Well. That was an interesting match. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your match review for Bournemouth 0, Chelsea 1. Not the result I expected, and it definitely wasn't anywhere nearly as easy as I expected it. But at the end of the day, Chelsea and Maresca end up getting a result. Nkunku comes in last minute to save the match. And Jadon Sancho has a scintillating debut. Before we go and talk about this match and review it for you guys here in the live, big up to everyone who is here in the live chat. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Wipe your feet at the door before you come into the clean home or the mess that is Chelsea. And be sure to subscribe if you are new here. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Leave a comment, or not leave a comment, check out the description below as well for more content, and hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever we do go live. As per usual, as per tradition, I am accompanied here by Real Chris, and I am Casually FC, Marshalldbdx, Casually, whatever you want to call me. But as per tradition, like I was saying, let's go over the quick match summary. First half, we saw no Enzo Fernandez. He's out due to illness. Gusto still out with injury. Reece James still not fit or ready to even be on the bench. And another appearance for Neto, second debut or second start for him. Very similar lineup to what we saw against Crystal Palace. That being said, we go into the first half, and I'm not going to lie to you people, it was not a good first half for Chelsea whatsoever. Very much a Bournemouth half. We're playing at Bournemouth. You expect a little bit of a disadvantage of home or being the away team. However, the disadvantage that we had, I was very uncomfortable. Bournemouth were on the front foot for most of that half. We looked like we were the lesser team. We looked like we were the team that just came from promotion a few seasons ago. We looked like we were the inexperienced teams in the Premier League. We did not look like we had any pedigree whatsoever in that first half. But second half, we look better. Disasi gets hooked from the right back position. We see the I think, is this Tosin's first Premier League match? It might be. I think I don't know. It might be his first Premier League match. Definitely didn't start, but it might be his first appearance in the Premier League for us. Tosin comes in, we look a little better, more direct. Joao Felix comes on. I believe we took up Nani Madueke for him as well. Yeah. And Felix is a very, very polarizing character. I'm not going to lie to you. We will discuss him a little bit more. And then we see us attack a little bit more. Jadon Sancho ends up coming on as well. Jadon Sancho looked brilliant. Jadon Sancho looked like a threat on the left. Jadon Sancho looked like he was up for something. Jadon Sancho looked like he had something to prove. Looked like he wanted that left wing spot and was not going to let go of it. And I'll tell you right now, Jadon Sancho must start the next match, or the next Premier League match. But Jadon Sancho comes on, looks brilliant. We look like we're creating chances. We bring on Nkunku, take off Jackson, who had some opportunities as well in the first and the second half. Didn't put him away. The best opportunities of the games were when Jackson was involved. I'll just say that. Second half, we have Nkunku in there. Nkunku dribbles past one of the defenders. Error from the Bournemouth defender to not go aggressive towards the loose ball or the loose dribble that Nkunku had. However, other people in those situations don't have the clinicality or the sharp enough thought to follow through with your dribble and finish off the chance, which Nkunku did. He finishes off the chance. He saves, and it's an assist as well from Jadon Sancho. He saves Chelsea. We have questions about Maresca. There might be some uncomfortable conversations today. Real Chris, your thoughts on today's match?
Like you said, the game today, not the expected result you wanted, but it is a result. So I would have took that, like, people complained about, like, we're not getting a result last week, but we played well last game we played against Crystal Palace. We played well against them, but we didn't get the result. But today we did.
Also, cheers to a win.
Yeah. We got, I don't know how many points. We got 7 or 8 points. I don't know how many points we got anyway. But
Kai, let me know if you want to come on, bro.
But yeah, we did get the result, and that's what does matter. But like you said, the first half was it was looking bad. Like defensively, we were shocking. The first half was flat. We was doing nothing. Like Madueke wasn't really that involved. Cole Palmer wasn't that involved. Neto was non-existent. We'll say that he's like a ghost today. Jackson not really offering anything in that first half again. The midfield was, I thought, shocking. We was overrun in that midfield. Vega wasn't looking good in that midfield, and I thought he would look better. Caicedo was not looking like good at all as well in that first half as well. Colwell and Fofana weren't looking good in that first half. The only one who's good in that first half, Sanchez. Sanchez saved us that first half. We should have been a goal or two in that first half down. But, second half, we bung on Sancho. I thought he definitely changed the game. I thought Vega and Caicedo definitely grew into that second half. I don't know if the manager just said anything or just changed anything. I think he may have changed some stuff like tactically because he changed Sancho for Neto. They are completely different wingers, so definitely probably changed something in there. But yeah, second half we definitely nicked it. I thought Nkunku should have came on earlier as well. I thought Jackson definitely his worst game of the season. I would say this is his worst game. I thought maybe we have to see more about Jackson as well and see what Nkunku can do in strike, because Nkunku, to me, he's more direct. He's a better finisher than Jackson. His link-up's good. We all know his link-up's good.
Yeah.
He's better when he's in the central. I know he's not like a lone striker, but realistically, with how our attacks are, we've got Cole Palmer either on the right or central. Cole Palmer be definitely getting involved. Sancho, he's got a great link-up as well. They'll all be giving each other chances anyway, so yeah. I thought, the most important thing today, we got the points, because if we didn't get the points today, it could have been a real depressing another weekend for Chelsea, because all I wanted is last couple weeks ago when we played Crystal Palace is to get the points, and we didn't get it, so at least we got it. And we must also remember, we didn't have Enzo in that midfield, and we definitely didn't have a right back today. Disasi, I know we can say Disasi this, that, and other, but Disasi's not a right back. He's never good at the right back last season or this season. He's just not a right back. And hopefully we can, I don't know, I'd rather play Cucurella at right back and play Vega at left back and try that. If we get Enzo in midfield again, obviously for the next game, I'd rather try that. I do not want to see Disasi right back. If you go shoehorn a centre back at right back, do Fofana. I think Fofana will do Bella and Disasi at right back. But yeah, I'm happy with the result, but performance is performance, it happens. At least we can get the result.
So yeah, I agree with that last part, right? Like, the performance is the performance. The thing is that listen, if anyone even accuses me of being obsessed with Posh, eat a dick. I am. All right. So this is the thing.
I am not a clown.
Here's the thing. He's the manager now of my fucking country, so I can't get away from Poch. But last season, if we still have Poch in the helm this season, based on what we saw last season, Poch plays for the draw. In 80 minutes, 75 minutes, Poch plays defensively. I like that Maresca is being more offensive. I like that Maresca is actually taking more chances. Big up Kai. But I have to admit, I think today, when it came to the formation and playing the players where he played them, I think Maresca has to take a big part of the blame. Kai, the Disasi at right back, it can't happen anymore. It can't happen anymore. It was horrible.
A lot of these guys, they shouldn't be playing the positions they should have played. Let's be real, man. You can say whatever you want about Poch, but Maresca today, man, that whole game plan just didn't work. For me, the subs came a bit too late. Luckily, we have individual brilliance with Nkunku, and he could actually finish, unlike Jackson, who needs like 3,000 touch just to fall on his ass and kick the ball out. That's why we need Osherman. Let's be real, man. And you could see that
we have Osherman at home. We have Osherman.
Yeah, that's what I call him, man. We have Osherman at home, man. That's what he is, man. But yeah, man, we can't really complain, because that's why we need those kind of super players to get you out of tight positions. You're always gonna get those kind of games where nothing goes the way that you want, but as long as you get the win in the end, man, you go good, man. I rarely want to see Diaz as a center back, let alone a right back, bro. So
Yeah. No, today, like, I know I cut him the benefit of the doubt most of the times lately because he just got the hernia surgery. He missed all the preseason. He's still, like, getting match fit and match sharp and stuff. But today was like, bro, you're up against Bournemouth. You're not up against Real Madrid. They can't make you look this bad. Like, the guy was losing the ball constantly. It's asleep. Like, honestly, we should have conceded so many goals. If it wasn't for Sanchez today, which, you know, people want to hate on Sanchez. You got to give him credit where credit is due. If it wasn't for Jadon Sancho, your boy, by the way, Kai, being so good, then Sanchez would have been man of the match. You got to admit it. Sanchez would have been man of the match if it wasn't for Jadon Sancho. But the Sassy just being asleep, like, hey, for fun, you're going to get that? Oh, wait, maybe I should get that. The guy just giving, like, it's just, oh, my God. It was so frustrating. Chris, were you going to say something?
That's what I was going to say. It doesn't matter if he's a right back or centre back. I don't know why he just, I don't know if it's just match.
He doesn't do that at centre back, though.
No,
he's
but, like,
usually, on it on centre back.
Why would he expect Fofana, who's marking a player, and he's running down, and he just stops, and he waits for the ball to go to Fofana, when it's going nowhere near, like, to Fofana's feet, so...
Yeah,
that was the one big mistake. What just like pissed me off about not Fofana, Disasi.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? You saw what he did today, right? Like he takes off Disasi and puts on Tosin, and then I think Fofana basically played right back. Would you guys say we should do that for the next game instead of trying this whole Disasi thing at right back if Gusto or James isn't fit?
Yeah, I can say I don't think Reece is gonna be fit for the next game. He might be on the bench. I think he'd be on the bench. I don't know about Gusto. I don't know how long he's out for. But like I say, if we got Enzo at midfield, we should play. I would rather play Cucurella and Vega at left back. I would rather do that if Enzo's back. But if Enzo's not back, then yeah, Fofana can play right back because he's quicker. And Disasi, he's a better, I think, defender. And Disasi's better on the ball than Disasi, I think. So, and he's looking good this season. He's looking decent, I would say.
I honestly think that we played the way that we did today because we were missing Enzo, we were missing Lavia, we didn't have enough midfielders, which I don't think is going to be kind of applicable for the next game. So I don't think we're going to see that again, that experiment again. I think Maresca himself, unless he's a bit, slow in the head, I think he also realized that isn't something that you need to really work on. But, I do blame Maresca for this game, but at the same time, like, what are you going to do? You don't have two of your main midfielders are gone. You have only one option on striker, so I can't really blame him, man.
There's a few things you guys touch on, and I'll start with this. And Enzo Fernandez not being in the game. I think today we saw that Enzo Fernandez creates chances. Enzo Fernandez gets you those balls to the defender or to the attack, right? To the offensive. He sends those long balls. He switches the play. He changes the tempo of the game. Today, in that first half especially, we were just passing it around the back. We were letting them press us. We were letting them, put pressure on us and make mistakes. You saw with the Disasi, clearly they took advantage of that. We were just letting them put us under pressure. I know Enzo Fernandez hasn't been brilliant this season. Like, I feel like the first season he was really good. Last season with Pochettino, it was up and down. He had a hernia, whatever. Pochettino, all that. But this season, I feel like he has been overly criticized. And people want to scapegoat him because, he said a racist thing and the players forgave him, but you guys in the Chelsea fan base are like, no, you shouldn't forgive him. Like, telling these players how to feel about what he did. And obviously he's young. And obviously I don't like that he did that. But however, the player's a player. The character off the pitch is someone else. But at the end of the day, who he is on the pitch, he's a good player. And today we saw that although Renato Vega did grow into the game, that first half, if we had Enzo Fernandez, I don't think we look as shaky. I think we create more chances. Dude, I correct me if I'm wrong. I think that first half, it looked like Bournemouth was Chelsea. And Chelsea was Bournemouth.
Most of that game, not even the first half, man. Until that Sancho substitution, they were a better team. I'm not going to deny it, man.
They had a couple more chances in the second half, but we did grow into the game. We still created chances in that second half because first half we did nothing. But with Enzo Fernandez, you don't see from a Caicedo or even a Lavia, maybe not, or Vega, Enzo actually pings it to the far right, to the far left, even to the middle a lot more. And these midfielders, he offers a lot different to these midfielders, and we do need that in the squad. People realize it or not, it doesn't matter to me.
The
The
passing,
manager will realize it.
he gets you out of passes. That's why every manager he has plays him, because he gets that passes where it needs to be. It's not his fault that he has guys like Jackson's need like 20 chances to get it on target. It's not his fault that you have wingers who don't pass to each other. I think he's gonna have a good time with if he's gonna play with Sancho. I think him and Sancho is gonna build that good relationship. I think people just kind of have the microscope on Enzo because of that whole international thing, and I think they're not being really fair.
They want him to be perfect
because arguably Caicedo has been worse this season, and I will carry that till the day I die. Caicedo has been worse so far, but nobody's talking about it.
You know what it is, Kai and Chris? I think you might understand this too. I think when you look at a player like Caicedo, he's old school. Like, he's not like a KDB, right? Like, he's old school, just a good midfielder. Just going to be all around good. He's decent in attack, decent in defense, and overall, he's just there all the time, giving you passes and stuff, which is boring to people. People want, like, Frank Lampards. People want KDBs. People want, like, these, like, you know, exciting players. But the number 8 position was never really that exciting. It's an old school number 8. They're just reliable, really dependent, and they connect the play. Like, I think Enzo is that style of midfielder, so they criticize him for that. On top of the whole, you know, the whole international, you know, stuff that he did, the song and all that, the controversy. That's the word I was looking for. All the controversy. Yeah, there's gonna be a magnifying glass on him. But like, I don't know if you guys noticed, right? When Tosin came in, Tosin was putting those passes right through the middle, straight to Joao Felix, like what Enzo Fernandez would do. Half the time when Caicedo or Renato Vega had the ball, it was frustrating to watch them, and even some of the attackers were doing it, passing it back. It's like, bro, just pass it forward. Progress with the ball. Look forward. We're not, like, I understand it's possession-based, you know, football, but like, Kai, you said it too. Lavia pings it forward. Lavia tries to cut through the midfield and pass it through the middle or whatever. Bournemouth was making us pass it wide the whole time, and we're just going back and forth, like Tuchel ball all over again, back and forth, and it's just like, bro, like an Enzo in that position. Enzo gives you those direct passes. Enzo cuts through the midfield and goes forward, progresses forward. Like, yeah, maybe he doesn't pull off the pass all the time, but that's the kind of risk you have to take when you want to be progressive. So I don't know if you guys agree with that or not.
Enzo has one of the best. If you looked last season, he has one of the highest through ball like success rate in the league. Like, I think it was like top 5.
I think in Europe.
He has actually. But again, it comes to the players that they play with, man. It's when I say this, like people have this Chelsea fan base nowadays. I said the same thing on Lewis's channel prior to this. Yeah, people have this kind of idea nowadays because of our standards that you do good or you do bad. There is no brilliant moments, right? Oh, he didn't make a mistake, but guys like Nkunku shows you that if you have that one good pass, you can go score a goal. Imagine if most of the chances that Enzo passed to Jackson 1-on-1 and he fucked it up.
Yeah,
were given to somebody.
It's happened already. It's happened multiple times this season already. If it
was given to a Sancho, if it was given to Nkunku, we would have had a completely different discussion about Enzo. But the reality is, the midfield position is not a very rewarding position because it's not the position that usually gets assists, and it's not the position that usually gets goals. So if you don't get those GNA, people just assume you don't get much. But even Iniesta said, my job is not to create or to score goals. My job is to make everything connects between the defense and the attack.
100%.
But it's just,
and I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm so glad you mentioned that because Tony Cruz, which is, into my opinion, and again, I'm not comparing it. Tony Cruz is one of the best midfielders, but like when you look at players that Enzo has the potential to be like, he's that profile. Like, he's that profile in the sense of like Tony Cruz is such a good passer of the ball. Enzo could potentially be close to Tony Cruz level if he develops well and if he, you know, keeps consistent and fit and all that. Like, I don't think it's outlandish to think that. I just think it's what he could potentially be. He's not that guy, but you know, those players, Cruz, Modric, Xavi, Iniesta, they weren't exciting players. What made them so good is how well they can keep possession, their passing ability, how efficient and how much of workhorses they were in the midfield. They were engines. They were engines in Spain and Barcelona. So, like, I think today we were missing that engine. Like, especially that first half. I couldn't get over how bad that first half was. That first half, we were so bad. Like, I left and I was like, bro, I'm stressed out. Like, I need a beer. This game, like, I thought we were going to draw and I was going to go to American Waffle tomorrow. Like, oh, man. I can't. Oh, not tomorrow. Tuesday, and we'll be like, God damn it, I got to talk about this game. Like, I'm glad we won, but it was just ridiculous. But, you know, that leads me to the next thing. We were just talking about Jackson. Okay, so today I think it wasn't a good Jackson performance. I'll admit he was pretty invisible. So was Neto. We'll talk about Neto too. But like, do you guys think that like, you know, you think it's overly criticized too to a certain extent with Jackson?
Like, what do you mean, like, over criticized, like, as him as a player? Like, people say he's not good enough? Because I don't think he's a bad player.
Literally before, like, this is what I mean, Chris. Literally before I came on today, I saw someone said, if Jackson scored against Palace, we'd be third. And I'm like, bro, we're past this. Like, why are we bringing up, like, the past now? It's like an ex-girlfriend bringing up, like, it's just not over Jackson. It's like, bro, like, if it was my ex, it would. Yes,
he did score a goal, but the thing is, I don't think Jackson is like an awful player. I think he'd be a good squad player. The thing is, I don't want him to start every game. I think Nkunku can do what Jackson do, link up play, and
you want to play Nkunku and striker?
Yeah, I don't mind it because I think he's a more clinical striker than Jackson on shooting wise. But if you go in air wise, like height wise and stuff like that, yeah, Jackson's gonna beat him. Maybe Paisley beats Nkunku, but Jackson's not a great finisher like compared to Nkunku. But like, I don't know, like.
I would just, Marshall, I would highlight today that the chance that Jackson had was exactly the same chance from the same position to the Nkunku goal. But the difference is, Nkunku was able to kind of drop two defenders against him and score it, and Jackson, he tripped on his ass and shot the ball out wide. Exact same position. So I believe Jackson's whole contribution should be to score goals, but I don't think he's that guy who's gonna need 10 or 11 chances to score him a goal, and that's not enough at Chelsea. You're not gonna get that. A lot of teams are gonna play low blocks against you, and he isn't that guy to take chances. He has one technique where he just shoots the ball, and it's not even a high shot. He doesn't try to do, for example, like the Felix goal when it was top corner. Jackson never does that. He just shoots it, and he doesn't think how to do it. He's just not a finisher. And the reality is, and when you play for a club like Chelsea, you need brilliant finishing moments. That's why I have an issue with him.
Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, I do believe Jackson plays well against like even like the high line bigger teams like Van Dijk's and all. He can make them run and like make them move out of position this, that, and other because Jackson's got speed.
Yeah, he's a headache for the center backs.
But when it's like low block teams and stuff like that, and Nkunku does, I think, better link up than Jackson in a way, and he's a better finisher than Jackson. I think we need Nkunku more for that central role, maybe. At least try it anyway, because every time Nkunku comes on, right, you saw the Crystal Palace game, he almost changed the game massively there. He almost got his assist like twice. And then today, he had one chance and he scored, and his link-up was good again. So I think we really need to see Nkunku get at least more minutes, at least like, I don't know, 60 minutes in and see what he can do compared to what Jackson's done. Because I don't want to just rely on Jackson all season, because we're not getting Oshman probably. And maybe we might relook it in January or not. I don't know, but I don't want to rely on Jackson all season. I don't dislike him as a player either. I just don't think he's like the main guy.
I don't understand like the way that we judge Nkunku in general. Like he barely gets minutes, and he has I think he has the highest out of all of our attackers. He has the highest amount of goals per
conversion rate,
per minutes. Yeah, he has like something crazy how good of, but he doesn't get like a fair chance to start, and I don't understand. It's not like we are.
You know what game will really judge him? It's the City game.
We're not really a supreme. Sorry, Chris. We're not really a supreme club when it comes to finishing anyway. So I don't understand why he doesn't get the chance to play as a 9. It's not like Jackson is that great line 9. He scored as many goals as Mount scored. So it was 12, 13 goals. It's not like he's been amazing for. I don't understand.
I think what tainted people's mind not Jackson, Nkunku, is that City game where he had to play on the left wing and he didn't really get involved. And it's the other games, maybe like, you know, the Conference League where he's playing with a bunch of B players, and to be honest, like Mudryk and all that. Well, just don't help him out. I know he scored 2 in 2 games, but like, yeah, like players like that and just go help Nkunku and go make him look good because you don't have Cole Palmer, you don't have like your better midfielders like Enzo or Caicedo, you don't have Neto, or even for example, or even Jadon Sancho this week. Like he didn't have those players around him, so he needs actually a proper run with the main team in that central role. Either as a 10 and you play what's his name, Cole Palmer on the right, because Madueke, I know he didn't look that great today. Maybe that's because we had the Sarsi on the right side, and that's why Madueke didn't look that great again today. But like, maybe we played Cole Palmer on the right and then Nkunku as a 10. But yeah, I think he needs a fair shout as well because he deserves it because he didn't really get one last season because of the injuries.
But see, the thing is, like,
I don't know
Go
about
ahead,
deserve because I don't like the word deserve. I think everybody.
No,
should
it's
fight
earned.
for position.
Don't use the word deserve. It's
Okay,
earned.
do you not think he's earning it right now when he's coming on every time?
Football, you don't have the word deserve because you very rarely get what you deserve sometimes. And
Especially
also,
in
in
life.
life.
I get
Also
it,
in
but
life.
I think he's earned it.
deserve 14
Deserve's
cards
such a
today,
cop-out.
apparently.
Cop-out.
Yeah,
Deserved is a word for losers. That's what it is, okay? When someone says they deserve something, it means they didn't get it, yeah? That's what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think like Madueke didn't play well and neither did Palmer because they were both on the right. We have no 10 today. Palmer didn't play the 10 today, guys.
I noticed
He was
that.
on the right. He was on the right all the time. He doesn't play well. I'm telling you right now, don't play him as a 10. He doesn't get enough space. He doesn't like playing as a 10. I'm telling you right now, he likes starting on the right and drifting in. Why?
Exactly.
He was best all last season playing on the right and drifting in. That's what it was. Play him on that one. Do you know what I mean? Big up to Robert Sanchez today.
Yeah,
Wow. That's coming from...
He saved the penalty, bro.
You're right. It's coming from you, though. That's why it's like, wow. I can't believe it.
He saved a couple of good shots as well. But
Yes.
and that Fofana today, oh my God, that passing for Fofana today, Lord of mercy. How many times did he give away the ball? How many gave away the ball for the penalty? Jesus Christ almighty. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And Joao Felix, brilliant cameo performance today.
You know what upsets me? It upsets me the fact that this guy's getting more minutes than Nkunku.
Yeah. I think Nkunku. I don't know. I think we should start Nkunku in the 10 and move Palmer to the right. I think that's what we should do. Or however you want to start Nkunku. I don't think Palmer's good in the 10. As I don't think he likes it. He doesn't like it. You can see it.
He's a good winger as well. It's not like he's slow.
Yeah, he drifts in, doesn't he? He likes it. He doesn't get knocked. If you put him out on the right, it creates more space for Roberts as well.
But you know what I think might be the issue? I'd love to see his heat map today.
I'd love to see his heat map.
Yeah, right. I think part of the issue. I think part of the issue is that maybe it's Maresca instructing him. No, you need to stay on the right. You need to stay on the right. Stay on the touchline. Stay on the touchline. Because I remember that first game, Man City, he was wide.
But why have Madueke then? I don't get it. Why do we need both? Why do we need two people on the right? Starting Nkunku or Felix or whoever in the middle. Don't have him because we had no option in the middle.
I'll be real. I'll be real. Both of my wingers would be Palmer and would be Sancho. I'll be real.
Sancho has to start.
Yeah.
I think quality-wise, they're our best two. I get people like the other ones, but they're not. Mudryk, Madueke can be like the kind of rotation to Sancho, but Mudryk can be sold. Can fuck off. I just don't think.
I don't think you can play Neto. I don't think you can play out. I don't think the way we want to play, you can't play out and out wingers in Neto and Madueke. You might be able to get away with one of them. You know what I mean? But
also, Andrew, we play more inside forwards than we do play.
That's what I mean.
I think both of them are just better options. They
like to drift in. We like to drift in. We can't play with two out and out wingers. We're not built for that. The way we want to play, you can get away with one. Get away with one maybe, but not both. You can't have two out and out like touch. All this thing about you like to touchline wingers. I don't know. I think that's just he used them for Leicester in the Championship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to get out of the Championship. If you're buying Sancho, he's not a touchline winger. He likes to drift in with the ball. Palmer does his best work drifting in. Do you know what I mean? And then have someone in the middle, whether it's a Felix or Nkunku, whatever it is. Just have someone there because we didn't have anyone in the middle today. That's why we kept passing backwards.
100%.
There
was always a gap in the middle. And this is the thing about Palmer. I'm glad you mentioned this because this is the thing about Palmer. Like, I feel like he doesn't like the 10 position because either when he's deep, he doesn't know how he's too deep. He's like with Caicedo and Viega. But then when he's in the 10, he's leaving a gap where like Vega and Caicedo are like, who do I pass it to? Let me just pass it back. So like the option was never that. He doesn't know the balance like a proper 10 like an Nkunku would.
But if we have Sancho and Palmer playing, we don't need a traditional number 10. We just need another body in the middle. you know what I mean? We don't
I would
need
rather
that.
make it. I would rather play 4-3-3. I said it before. I would rather get like Lavia, put Enzo or whatever, Casado, and make a midfield three. Because it's obvious we need to control the midfield.
I think
We
Enzo
don't
would be
need
better
that.
in a three. Enzo's better in a three than in a
I
double
think
pivot.
both of him and Casado would be much better with Lavia behind them.
I agree.
Yeah.
You've got to get Lavia fit.
I don't understand what is this 10 that we are dying?
I
to
don't
make
know.
work?
But it doesn't work because the guy who we picked as a number 10 doesn't like to play as a number 10, in my opinion.
The reason why I think he's wasted there because he's a pretty decent dribbler. He's a good dribbler.
Yes.
Plus, whenever he plays as a 10, he has to go through 2 defenders. And if he
Yes.
plays on the wing, he can cut inside and go against only a fullback. So it's just, I don't understand what is this obsession with this football club for the last 2 years was the number 10. Last time we played as a number 10 was in 2015 when we had Mourinho, man.
Yeah, we had Oscar.
Mata.
Yeah.
Oscar. Yeah.
And
true.
Mata.
Mhm.
That's before.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I would like to see a game in the future where it almost seems like, based on what we just talked about with Jadon Sancho and Cole Palmer, it almost seems like we're better suited to play with wingers that like to tuck inside rather than go wide and wide. Which, listen, if Maresca is doing that, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think Maresca is competent enough to know, like, okay, my wingers, Sancho and Palmer, they like to tuck inside. They don't like to be wide wingers. Surely he comes up with something or some type of formation where it works for them to tuck inside better. Because I agree with you guys. I want to see Palmer at more of a free roam role in the right, and then just do whatever you want to do from the right. Come inside or whatever the hell. I think he plays better when he has that liberty. That Man City game, he was wide the whole time. He was isolated.
This is going to sound mad, right? The way you could get the possible better at, like, pick one up front, like an Nkunku up front, and then have the best of then get the best of Sancho and Palmer.
He's a good friend of mine, man.
You know what the best formation is? I think it's a 3-4-3. If you want to play, because you can literally just leave Sancho and Palmer without any defensive worries, because you've got the 2 in the middle and the wing backs and the 3 at the back.
And Mudryk could be pretty good for those wing back roles as well.
No,
Yeah,
please, no.
Yeah, like
I don't want.
Chris,
No.
what are we doing, Chris? What are we
I'll be
doing?
real.
Mudryk is literally
What is wrong with this guy, man?
Mudryk is literally the herpes of football, bro. You just can't get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? It's just literally, it's like you picked him up. You picked him up. You forgot to put protection on. You picked him up, and now you're suffering for it. Do you know what I mean?
I don't even think Mudryk is a bad player. I just don't think he belongs at Chelsea. I just think his
I agree now.
his confidence is so shattered, and Chelsea's not the place where you're gonna get your confidence.
Oh, he's a sprinter. He's a sprinter, bro. Put him on a relay team. He's a sprinter. That's all he is. Do you know?
I don't think-
Literally.
And especially with the wingers that we have now, I just think he's surplus to requirement.
Oh, he's way
I'll be
behind.
real,
Like
man.
7th choice or
No,
something.
100%.
Like, something.
I'll be really just he's wasting
Because
his time and our time, bro.
What about
Guys,
Fulfield with him and Cho?
We've talked about Cho. Don't bring up Cho in this show anymore.
Don't
man.
bring up Cho,
I'm gonna
man.
ban that word.
I'm in a decent mood. You don't need to do that.
But you know, at this rate, because now I'm thinking Sancho has to start the next Premier League game. If Sancho's going to start the next Premier League game, then I'm giving cup games to Neto. Where the fuck is Mudryk going to play?
Who cares?
I just don't. That's what I mean. I
Under
think he's going to go in
21s,
January.
maybe?
He has to.
Yeah.
Is he even under 21, bro? I don't even know how old this guy is.
Wait, what's that
It's
football
like
club we
it's going to be 24 this year.
24, yeah.
Yeah, he's. Can he
Bro,
even
but-
play on the under 21s?
I missed the
I mean,
time.
Jake
I missed
Costa
the
was
time.
playing for the under 20s today, so.
You know what I
He's
missed
too
the
old
most
to be
about Chelsea?
in the travels. He's too
You know
old
what
for
I
that.
missed most about Chelsea is when we cared about Chelsea. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
exactly.
I don't fuck where these guys will play. I don't care. I don't care if they don't play at all. If you're winning games, you play. If you don't win games, why are you here, bro? The biggest reason why I'm annoyed that we didn't sign Osimhen is not because I don't want Jackson to play. It's because you see how Jackson plays when he has no one to compete for. He was walking.
Gets
through
a little
that ball.
complacent.
For me, it's an issue.
Why does he
Because
dribble
deserves
like that?
Nobody.
You see him with the
deserves
ball?
The
You
word
see him with the
deserve is
ball,
insane.
See him in a ball guy. It's like he got the ball, but then he's dragging it through sand like that, and he always goes ahead of the ball. He has the ball, and then somehow he's like ahead of it.
Yeah.
He does that stupid ass smile when he like ruins a one-on-one. That he goes, it's like, bro, I would fucking accept that smile if it was the first time. Same thing, bro.
I feel like I have that smile.
And you got another booking. You got another booking today from Malcolm off. Again,
Yeah.
like you started last season.
I mean, to be fair, today we broke the record apparently with bookings.
Oh,
We
we
got
did.
14 yellow cards today. It's a
It's like
Premier League
now-
record.
Everyone
We
knows
got
the
8 for
rules.
us, man. 8 alone for Chelsea.
These guys know the rules.
Proud.
Only the captain can mouth off to the referee. You guys running like even Jadon Sancho got one. Like,
He did, yeah.
by the way, that Colwell yellow card, the second half was bullshit. That was the
It
only
was,
one
yeah,
I
it's a clean tackle, that was.
The other
Yeah.
ones were for dissent and stuff. That one was absolute bullshit. It really
Yeah,
was.
I agree.
And they should have had a guy sent off in the first half as well, because he committed like
100%.
3 or 4 fouls, and they didn't get him sent off anyway. But yeah, Jackson, you're right. Kai's right. There's nothing that Jackson shouldn't start the next game. It should be Nkunku starting, whatever thing you put Sancho to start. Because Neto huff and puff, but he's a direct winger, and we've got another direct winger on the other side. It's not going to work. When you play either Sancho or Palmer and a direct winger, that direct winner should just be told to get in the box and score. That's what you should just be
That's
told.
true. Yeah.
Not to be
Yeah.
correct. We've got plenty of creators. We've got a Palmer, we got an Nkunku, we got a Sancho, whatever. The other one, that's why I say Madueke, I don't care how many assists you get, goal scorer. Neto, I don't care how many assists you get, become a goal scorer like that. And leave the rest
But
to
here's-
get us.
Here's the thing. You guys are going to disagree with me. I agree that Nkunku needs to start. I don't necessarily think Jackson needs to be dropped yet. I feel like, yes, he had a bad game today, but there is still value in the link-up play that he can provide. And today, I don't think he was dropping enough to get involved in the link-up play. I don't think Cole Palmer is the guy to be the number
because
2.
there's no one in the middle with him. There's no one in the middle with him.
So I think I would like to see next game where we try Nkunku and Jackson in the middle, kind of have Nkunku like just because I don't even know if it's like a striker position. Because to me, it feels like Maresca likes to interchange. Like he almost likes to play the old school way. Like we had 2 strikers at one point, like Anelka and Drogba and so on and so forth. So he likes to interchange those positions. So to me, I don't think it makes a difference. I think you just have them both on and see what they can do together, and then you have Palmer in the right. Because Nani Madueke today. Listen, I know he's been good recently, but today, I don't think he was effective. Maybe it's because Sassi was with him, but
I don't think it's more Palmer was on that side. I think Palmer was on that
Yeah,
side.
they both was hugging it.
We're both on the right hand
I
side.
agree, man. I noticed Palmer.
It's like, who's going to take this ball? You're both on the right hand side. I mean, what's the
Where I
point?
disagree with you, Marshall, is who's gonna get dropped for Jackson? Like,
I think
what
Nani-
can he offer us that other players that are playing in his position can offer us?
I just think that he's good at dribbling through the middle. Like he's
We
good at
have other
dribbling through the
players
middle.
who can dribble. His role is to score goals. Why do we need to just have him there?
Yeah, you're right.
Or his
No,
beautiful-
he's not the
Man,
finished
that-
product though, unfortunately, for the scoring of
That's
goals.
the
I agree
main
with you
role
though.
of a nine,
Yeah, I know.
He's got 9 years to become the finished product. You know what I mean?
I hope it doesn't take all 9 years.
Because for me, when I think about it, I think for me
crazy.
the 9 has to score goals. Sancho
Yeah,
can
you're
dribble, he can create better than him. I think the same thing could be said about Palmer. He's a better goal scorer and he's a better creator than him. So I just don't understand why that position should be occupied by him. If we can have somebody, because people argue that his hold-up play is better than Nkunku, but we saw today his hold-up play is basically the same. Both of them were in the similar position in the goal, and one of them scored, and the other one just killed the wheelchair kid behind the ball, bro. It's hard, bro. Like he should. And it was the exact same position, the exact same situation, and one shot behind the goal, and one scored. No?
Another one paralyzed the kid.
I don't understand why we have to put these guys just for the smiles on the pitch, man. I don't get it.
Yeah. No, I mean I get where Kai's coming from. Because it's not the one game. This is multiple games, right?
No,
No. It's not just based off of this game. It's based off of multiple games we've seen Jackson do the same exact thing. So it's like I get it. But to me, I'm more patient, but
that was the issue of us getting the number 9. We all know Jackson's going to miss more than he scores, right? I bet if we looked at last season, I bet you he was like very high up for missed big chances.
And
I disagree
Andrew,
with this, by the way.
Andrew, I know you would agree with me on this. The job of a striker is not to score when you play well. The job of a striker is to score when you're not playing well and he gets that one chance and finish. Because everybody in our team can score goals. We have a lot of players who can score.
Case in
but we don't
point.
have a player who can finish.
Case in point, the first game of the season, Haaland scored and only had 3 touches throughout the entire game.
That's all you need.
Oh, yeah, he
And
does.
I'm not asking, I know he's not going to be as clinical as Haaland, but what Kai is right is, like today, if he had scored but not done anything, no one would have cared. Do you know what I mean? If that was his only touch, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about being shit for 89 minutes but getting the winner in the 90th minute. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
Bro, 14 goals. Mount also scored 14 goals from midfield, and we were in similar position. Those scoring 14 goals still not.
I kind of hate that you brought that up, Kai. I kind of hate that you brought that up.
Bro, scoring 14 goals.
I hate
People saying, "Oh, he scored 14 goals starting as a striker, scoring 14 goals, playing for Chelsea. The amount of chances we create, it's not good enough."
We create big. Listen, no one's saying we're not saying get rid of him. He's a rubbish player. He's got a role to play in this team, right? He's got a role to play in this squad and in this team. But the problem is, like a game today, if we didn't have Nkunku, we draw that game today. We draw it, right? If we didn't have Nkunku as an option, we draw it.
To be honest.
That's what we're talking about.
We might even lose.
Or maybe lose. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about these type of games, not the 6-2 against Wolves where everything went in. Well, the Palace game. I know he scored against Palace. And I know even his miss at the end wasn't the most egregious one. It was the Madueke first. That was the most egregious thing. But what we're talking about is even that chance, even the difficulty of that chance, right? Maybe a Tony, an Osimhen, even like a Solanke or something like that. But do you know what I mean? Like an Isak probably would have buried that chance. And we're sitting on 9 points.
Exactly. You definitely feel like that player has more of a chance of putting it away than Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. When you're Jackson, you always go. When you're Jackson with those chances, do you know what? It is a bit like Kai Havertz. Like, you know, when we had Kai Havertz, it was like he's through, but if we have to admit, we're not 100% sure he was going to score, which he didn't all the time. But it's a bit like that. And you know Maresca wants a number 9 because even after the transfer, they asked him about not getting Osimhen. He said, "Well, we'll see in January." You know he wants a number 9. He wants the number 9.
Bro, when your striker misses chances like this and you don't have other solution, of course you're gonna want the number 9. Because it's like I don't know, man. For me, it's like it makes me cry, man. When I see people saying, "Oh, we scored 12 goals, 13 goals," Kai Havertz scored 8 or 9 or 10 goals too, man. That's not should be our level, guys. Come on.
You bring up the Adrian comment about Kalou, or did I just miss that?
Yes.
You know why it's not? You know why it's not like Kalou? Kalou was a wide player. He very rarely played up the middle because we had the Drogba and Anelka and stuff like that. This is totally different. Jackson is our only number 9. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's the only number 9. He's going to play up top for at least, barring any injuries and suspensions, he's going to play up top to at least January the 1st. Okay, do you know what I mean? So it's like for like 20 league games and how many other cup games, he's going to be there. So it's not like that at all. It would only be like that for Kalou if somehow Drogba and Anelka were both injured at the same time when we had them, and that never happened. So it's not like the Kalou situation. Now, what I will say, he is like Kalou in the way his finishing is. He's not clinical like Kalou was. And Kalou frustrated more and probably didn't get enough. Well, I say enough. He probably wasn't like butchered or anything during that time because obviously no social media. But because we had the likes of Drogba and Anelka and Lampard and stuff like that, so his finishes rarely cost us anything. Do you know what I mean? So.
But again, it makes you think like when we have Drogba could have like a stinker, but he would score a goal to win us the game. That's what I want. I don't want my striker to score tap-ins. I want my striker to finish games when I can't win them, when I'm struggling.
Yes,
which is what Nkunku did today, pretty much. Like one opportunity, and he manages to put it away. And I've been saying this for a while, and Chris knows. I don't know if you guys were there when I said it. Like I'm seeing, and this brings me to the next topic, Joao Felix. I'm seeing Joao Felix come into the pitch, and I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing a lot of like, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm just seeing it from skewed perspective, right? I'm seeing a lot of hero ball. Like, I want to be the one to do everything. I want to be the hero. I want the limelight. Whereas Nkunku's not giving me that. Nkunku's like creating a chance, doing something here and there. Like against Crystal Palace, he came in and I'm like, oh, we're penetrating the attack, the defense a little more. We're getting in the box a little more. He's doing something, and we just don't have the players in the right positions. Like even in that little run that Joao Felix did, right? Nkunku was running in the right direction. That if Joao Felix lets go of it, Nkunku's in a prime position to score. So he's doing all the right things. Today, Nkunku comes in, gets the winner. Does more than what I've seen Felix do.
Second touch of the game, by the way. People don't realize that. That's the second touch of the game that he scored.
I'll just say this. Let Kai and Chris speak about Joao Felix. Everyone knows my feelings about Joao Felix.
I mean, also same thing with Joao Felix. Yeah. It's the story of his career. He has all the talent in the world, but he's inconsistent as fuck. And he always thinks the game is romantic. Like, you know, he's as consistent as his girlfriend loyalty to him, bro. Like it's all over the place. I like Joao Felix. I think he's a good player, but he's inconsistent.
I like
That's
him
why
too.
I think he's a nice technical player, but he's not a starter.
He came to be a bench player. And I think he's gonna have to work for that position, man.
I think there's still a lot of. You know, I think there's still. Oh, we'll talk on Sancho. With Joao Felix, I feel like there's still a lot of like maturity to be done. Like
he's 24 years old, bro.
But like I feel like last season we saw Madueke do a lot of that, right? But then this season we're seeing he's tracking back a little more. He's being a lot less, you know, reckless and wasteful with the ball. Today he didn't have a great game, but the game before that and the game prior to that, actually Crystal Palace is also another questionable one. But the Wolves game, we saw some good form of Madueke. We saw he could be effective. With Felix, I'm getting a lot of like, it just feels lazy to me. He just feels like a lazy player. Like I think he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I don't want people to interpret like I have a Felix agenda, but it just doesn't look up for it. I don't know if do you see the same thing, Chris, or am I high?
You know, like I said from the beginning with Felix, I think he's a good squad player. He would be that, like not a starter. Like he has to prove his worth. He hasn't, for me, he hasn't shown his worth at all. He hasn't shown he should be a starter. He hasn't shown he should play more. He hasn't. He hasn't shown he should play more minutes than Nkunku, but he has. I don't know how, because like he only got that one goal against. He did look good against Wolves, but everybody looked good against Wolves. We won 6-2 or
the game was so open the second half.
It was very open. But after that, like against Crystal Palace, he came on around 60-something minutes or something. He offered nothing. Nkunku came on at 85 minutes and created 2 good chances. Nkunku's more direct.
Exactly, MK.
And like stuff like that. I don't want to see Felix have more minutes than Nkunku. I really don't.
I agree.
I don't want.
Don't get me started about that Wolves game. Don't get me started about that Wolves game, because it just will bring the same thing that I've always said about this Chelsea squad. They play so good if they're having a good game, but as soon as the game is uncomfortable, and they have to run, they have to fight for every ball. That's when Chelsea that's when you need those players, man. That's why I always argue with quality rather than this. You need individual quality in the team, because even when you play like shit, you can finish a game, man. And we're Chelsea. We're the most known team for that, scoring goals to score, man.
It would have been very interesting today to see what the attitude was if that penalty had gone in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think I know, but even like against Wolves, what I didn't see even in the Wolves game, the previous under Poch, was we still attacked and the heads didn't really go down. We were rubbish defending, but didn't go down. Whereas today, I don't know about you guys. Honestly, I can understand now why I know why we don't do well against low blocks. It's because we're so slow in passing. We allow people to get back in their places, or we pass backwards all the time. And that was the problem.
We hold the ball for too long, Andrew.
But that was because no one was in the middle. No one was in the middle to receive the ball. That was the problem. Yeah. Palmer or whoever wasn't there in the middle to receive the ball, to create space for others. That was the problem today. That's why had a nightmare today. Oh, he had a stinker. Yeah. He had a stinker. He had a stinker. He's had two games in a row. He's had a stinker. Really, I know he got the assist against Palace.
I'm not mad at him.
I'm not. No. This is the problem. This is what I said last season. Without the bench options, we'd probably lose that game. Mm-hmm. Or we did what we did last season. Poch didn't just play for a point like he did last season with his substitutions and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But the bench won us the game today because of the changes and stuff like that. But yeah, Palmer's earned that right to not be the hero every week. You know what I mean? Not only did he, I can't even think of the word. It's not even overperformed last season. He just went a god mode last season. You know what I mean? To get us even in positions to win games, and he's earned the right to do that.
Even
Others
this
need to
season,
step
yeah.
up. Others need to step up.
He's one of those players who get you out of situations. That's why I'm not gonna. You can't expect to always carry us. Like, it's time for these other guys to get their hands out of their asses.
Exactly. He's 22.
Exactly.
I'm not
Last
gonna be
season,
mad
he's
at him.
one of the least experienced players. He had like last season was
Yes,
his only
and,
full season of like full
Bro,
professional football.
for me, he's the highest potential
Oh
best
yeah.
player in our team by far. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
But I personally, I don't mind him stepping back from being that guy that carried the team, if that means the rest of the team picks up on it, which I think leads me to the next question.
Yeah.
Guys, I know it's just one game, and maybe I'm getting overexcited, but Jadon Sancho, in the few minutes he played today, already convinced me he needs to be in this team. He needs to be that left winger. Because I think having the threat of maybe a Palmer on the right and a Jadon Sancho on the left gives us so many more options, and we don't have to be so right-sided heavy like we were last season and like we were today to an extent. Because Neto was
He didn't
invisible.
even see the ball. He didn't see the ball today.
Neto barely touched that ball today.
And when he did touch it, he just ran straight into the defender or midfield.
Cucurella was more involved attacking wise when Sancho was on the pitch. That's because Sancho likes to hold on to the ball. Whereas like Neto's a very
Sancho
good
could
player.
hold on to the ball. He didn't lose the ball today.
Neto's a direct winger, which we will need in games.
Yeah, there'll be
Like,
games.
what it doesn't help is with the left back. Cucurella can't overlap that much because he got the touchline winger there. So Cucurella has to stay back or invert into midfield and stuff like that. Whether it's like remember Cucurella created that chance in the start of the second half. Do you remember when it went behind Jackson and stuff like that? No, it's one of those things. I think he did well. I don't want people to start grabbing socks off the doorknobs and watching this Jadon Sancho. Start getting too excited. Or Chris visits a nearby field somewhere and starts getting a little bit excited. But
Chris, you still think, because me and Chris talked about it, you still think Sancho is going to be a bench option?
There's no way. After that game, there's no way.
I mean,
Chris, you think that?
No,
I told Chris I think Sancho's our best winger. I think he walks better. He's better than Madueke.
No, you know what? And all of us here can attest to this because we've all talked.
If we get pre-United Sancho level of football player, we will have one of the best, because that guy 3 years ago for me, he was the best winger in the world, bro.
I was just about to say, just vouching for Kai here. All of us were here when we were in that Romelu Lukaku window. Kai wanted Sancho. Kai has been wanting Sancho. He's rated Sancho for the longest time.
The same amount of time as United, where we were after him. And let me just tell you this. Now, Sancho's got something to prove. Do you know how embarrassing it is if you're an English player and you can't make it in the Premier League? Do you know how embarrassing that would be? You play like Jadon Sancho. You can't make it in the Premier League. Are you mad? This is not, it's not like a foreign player coming from whoever and then
your bread and butter.
You were born here. You were born here. You were born for the system here. What do you mean you can't make it? You can't make it in the Premier? How embarrassing would that be? If he leaves, he would always be known as the English guy who couldn't play in the Premier League. That's embarrassing.
Ten Hag was jealous of his hair. He's jealous of his hairline. So the whole time he was there, he made him suffer because that guy was bullied. Every time they would give him, he had attitude issues. He doesn't listen to Ten Hag. Same Ten Hag that has issue with Ronaldo, who's famous for working his socks off and always being the first person to train and the last to leave. This guy has an agenda. Every person with a good hairline, he just hates them. Of course, I'm joking with that one, but that guy, man. And every time United would lose, they would blame Sancho. They were a complete toxic place for him. I'm surprised.
Even the fans were saying the same thing.
And Maresca's a baldy as well, but he puts aside his hair issues to work with him. Do you know what I mean?
This guy, I respect the hairline, and I think Sancho. He already admitted he's a Chelsea fan. I think it's a good, clean slate for him. I think if he gets the time to work with Maresca and do his thing and train without all the drama of a football club like United has with Ten Hag, because let's be real, Ten Hag had a lot of issues with everybody. That time was a complete toxic period where the guy
look at their forward options are shit.
Yeah, United is shit.
Yeah, I mean it's just
he's one of better forwards by looks like he's better winger than Rashford. He's better winger than Anthony.
It's like
Rashford is still called a young man by
Farmers.
Gary Neville when he's 27 years old, bro. Come on, get
Exactly. Yeah,
He is-
exactly. Rashford scored today. Ooh, that's good.
I'm only 2 years older than Rashford, and Gary Neville calls him a young man. I'm an old man, bro. So, you know.
No,
All right,
like
I got to shoot
today,
off, fellas, but have a good show.
big
Yeah?
up, Andrew.
Take care, Andrew.
Thanks for
Good to
coming
see
on.
you, man.
See you guys.
See you later.
So like today, like just seeing the fact that Sancho came on as a substitute, he's not like even fully match fit like that, and he was able to impact the right back for Bournemouth didn't know what to do with him. They couldn't. They had I think at one point they had to double up on him, but like there was even points where like and this is the thing I like about Sancho, he keeps the ball.
Did you see the step over?
Ne-
That was beautiful.
Yeah, generational.
That's a step
but like
over. He took two players with him, man.
he was able to hold the ball, whereas Neto would always try to run past the defender, and like Surfer said this, and I agree with him. There are going to be games where Neto is better suited. Maybe like a team that has a high
think
line,
the high
something
line,
like
yeah,
that.
Neto
Yeah,
would be more
yeah.
involved
Like a Spurs. When we go up against Spurs, it's going to be useful. Maybe against Liverpool, depending on what Liverpool we see, that'll be useful. So on and so forth. I think Neto's a good player, but it's just he's not effective in the way Maresca wants to play. Whereas Jadon Sancho today was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He does deserve that man of the match. It was arguably up in the air between him and Sanchez because Sanchez did save us, but like
I would say
holy
Sanchez,
crap.
'cause he saved us 3 points.
Yeah.
Nice.
When-
I can't wait for that Mark Goldbridge
I think he's still
review of that game. Yeah,
he
it's
said,
gonna be
he
good,
said, he said let's move
because
on.
he said I will pay Sanchez wages
700k
just so he
or
doesn't go
something.
to Chelsea, man.
That was weird
Yeah.
actually. I can understand why he'd want to do that. He does nothing for United. United don't want him, so I didn't understand that. But like
Yeah,
with
and they blame him if you see that the United fans are zombies, man. Their club has been in a shit show for 20 years and they still blaming the
I feel a
players.
little bit bad for them because their winger options, in all fairness, they've done it to themselves. Their winger options is Garnacho,
I
who's
wish there's
not,
nothing but
I don't
sorrow,
rate
man. I
him.
feel not bad.
No,
I don't feel bad
I
for
think
him.
who's that young kid? Anhad or something? He looks their promising best winger. That's about it, probably.
Amad Diallo?
Yeah, Diallo
Yeah.
looks like promising, but like you got Anthony. He's awful. Like ever since he came to Premier League, and they're still keeping him over Sancho. It's kind of mad to me. And they got Rashford, who's been washed for like the last like two seasons or so. He hasn't done anything. So yeah, like they got no wingers, and they let Sancho go for 25 million. I'd take 25 million for Sancho. I said I wasn't a Sancho big fan because like the last 3 years he hasn't been that great, but 25 million, I would never go complain. And if he can prove like he should be started like today, then yeah, I'd want him to start because he was a big difference today while we won that game as well. He did deserve man of the match, and I'm kind of glad he got man of the match for his first game, just to show United maybe or Ten Hag
United
like.
fans, yeah. He literally
So
him and Nkunku opened the game for us. Because if it wasn't for their individual
100%.
brilliance, we would have won or lost this game.
It changed the
I'll
tide of the
be real.
game.
it was M2
Yeah.
against the world at that point, yeah, and they did it.
Yeah, and it was needed. Like that's the thing. Like what was frustrating me today so much is how often we were losing possession, and when we did have possession, how often we were just recycling the ball over and over and over again. I felt like I was watching Jorginho in the midfield again. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, it's ridiculous. So like I'm just so happy with his performance. I wasn't impressed with Neto. I don't think it's very much Neto's fault, but. Man, when Jadon Sancho came on, the difference that made and how much more we retained possession and how much more threatening we looked on that left side. We were actually making use of it because to an extent, like I get Palmer in the middle and Madueke to overload the right, but I think Bournemouth expected that. Bournemouth defended well enough on that right side to counteract that, and then we weren't doing anything with the left because Neto, like whoever their right back is. They had Neto fine. No big deal. It was fine. No issue with Neto. So I need to see him start. Chris, we need to have this conversation, bro. Because today I saw Disasi play right back. And it just made me mad.
That's
It
cardio.
made me mad. Dude, it made me mad. Kai, it made me mad because Reece James isn't available. And we bought Reece James to we didn't buy Reece James, sorry. We bought Malo Gusto to be a backup to Reece James, and now he's becoming a starter, and Reece James still isn't fit. Like he couldn't even come on as a sub today. He wasn't on the bench. Still not fit. So now we have to play Disasi.
I mean, it's not looking good for Reece, of course, but like I'm still gonna hold it for this whole season. We're not getting rid of Reece James.
Does that not make but Chris, doesn't it make you lose your patience with Reece?
No.
Like I know he's good, but like
Yeah, but that's
The
why
fact that we have to
I'm
do
not
this
losing.
because he's not available
That's why I'm
is
not
annoying.
losing
Like
my
a biscuit,
patience.
bro.
Okay,
That's-
I'm annoyed.
that's
I'm
what
annoyed
you
he's injured, and I'm sure Reece James is annoyed he's injured. He wants to be playing. Of course, he wants to be playing. But like, I'm not like gonna be like losing my patience. I get him at this club, you know, stand for 45 million, this, that, the other. Like, I just think it's. I mean, you say you can mean, but like, I still think it's crazy to say when you haven't seen the full season yet. He can
What's
still play.
funny to me?
He can still
What's
play
funny
like
to
20
me-
games. Yeah, sorry.
What's funny to me is Diaz can barely play center back.
No, I don't think he's gonna
Man,
play.
that's so
barely
disrespectful to
play
the
center
side.
back. and you
It's
move
not
him to
he's
right
okay
back.
at center back. Yeah.
Oh man, it's like having a coworker who can barely type in Microsoft Word and just moving into Excel, man.
It's like 5 words a minute, man. Like 5 WPM, whatever. But like, oh my god,
But
no,
that's-
like, but
That's
it makes
why
you
I want Reece
mad.
to play. It makes me mad he ain't playing. Yes, I want him to play because we know how good Reece is. He's good defensively. In his prime, when he's in his peak, when he wasn't getting injured, he was solid going defensively and going forward.
Oh,
Nah, defensively
Yeah,
he was
Reece is
good.
working from home right now, man.
And forward going, like passing from deep or passing like crossing wise, he's brilliant at. Like he does it all really well. And injuries the last 2 seasons has really held him back. And now he's had the surgery. Yeah, he's not fit right now, and he's had that little minor injury. Well, it's looking like a bit more of a minor injury right now since he ain't back yet. But yeah, like I have to see the whole. I still have to see the whole season because I think he's very close to coming to that team. I think next game, hopefully, I'm just hoping at this point he
I
does
think
show up
that
on that bench.
You're gonna get that period all the time. You're gonna get that period where 2 players and your 2 main players in the position is gonna be injured or unavailable, and you have to make dues. That's why I'm not overly mad at this game. Like I'm glad we won it, but at the same time we had a lot of injuries. And when Gusto comes back, we're gonna think a lot less about Reece. So I'm not mad about it, but it's just funny to me because Diaz, my days, man, that guy can't even play center back alone.
But Kai, you just said it, right? You literally just said it, and I don't know if it was a Freudian slip or you just don't even think about it that way. But like you said, when Gusto comes back, it shouldn't be that way. We should be talking about when Reece comes back.
No, I get it.
And what makes you mad though, Kai? Hold on. What makes you mad? The other thing that makes you mad is that it's not like Reece got hurt in a game like Gusto. Motherfucker got hurt in training while he was suspended.
And he had that surgery as well, so that's
Oh yeah,
kind
it
of.
was. Yeah,
But either way, he couldn't play because of suspension. So
it was.
that
I
doesn't
mean, yeah,
really-
most of those games you can play, yeah, except for today.
What makes us? What
You're
makes us?
suspended,
I think
bro. You should be putting your feet up on the couch and watching
I think-
fucking
No, but he has
whatever
been-
show
he
you
has
watch in
been-
the UK,
no, but Reece
Love
has been
Island and
playing-
shit.
No, but Reece has been training. He has been training, just not like
but that's
clearly
useless
the
to us if
club
he trains, but we need
and the
to play,
manager
man.
doesn't think he's fit enough to play yet. I don't know what it is. We haven't really had much
think-
like information, like what's wrong with him still. Well, we know he's
it's
still injured,
frustrating
but
because we know the level that Reece can reach. We know how good of a player he is. That's why it's
But-
Yeah.
frustrating. If it was
I
Modric,
don't
none
wanna
of us
rush
cares if he was the whole time injured. Nobody gives a fuck. What?
I don't want to rush Reece James this season. When
But
he's
it's gonna
still
happen,
fit, like-
man. It's
No,
it's
but
a
I
Chelsea
want to see
thing, man.
Gusto
We
more
have that
play.
luck.
I want to see Gusto play more this season because Gusto is more fit and he got an injury because of a tackle, not like an actual thing. So, yeah, like, and another thing is when we have hopefully Enzo comes back, I don't want to see Disasi right back. I want to see Cucurella right back and Vega.
I'll be
left
real,
back.
man. I don't want to see even Disasi as centre back. Well,
No, I already said Kai. I rate him lower than Chalobah in his system. I think Chalobah would have been better.
Yeah, Chalobah, I
and
don't know what he did, bro. That maybe because he said that he believes in Jesus.
He was a
never
youth
played
academy
again.
and he was profitable, like pure profit. So
I don't know.
30 million looks good on him. And
Yeah.
Disasi, I don't know how much you can get for him, and we paid 25 for him.
Disasi didn't even get me a meal voucher for him. We don't even get it up.
But yeah, it's just like it just annoys me because I have to deal with the Sassi now because Reece, the guy that I want to start, can't stay fit for the life of him. And obviously, yeah, we're gonna see the whole window, but it's like we were looking at the tweet, right? Go ahead, Kai.
No, but I think you're wrong though, Marshall. Because I think the reason we played Disasi today as a right back is because we didn't have midfielders, and we
I
needed to
could see
kind of
that.
make do. But if Enzo was back or Lavia or one of those guys, I don't think we needed to play that donkey as a right back. We already have. We could just play what's his name, man, Vega as a right back, and then Casado. Well, not Casado, sorry.
Cucurella.
Cucurella as a
Cucurella.
left
I would
back.
say
Or
Cucurella.
the other way
Exactly
around.
what, but yeah,
Or the other way
or-
around. So I
Because
don't
we've seen
think
this
it's-
before. Caicedo right back. and we
No,
have
I will not.
Ladimus.
Why
I'm
are you
sorry,
going Cesar Caicedo at right back,
Because
man?
the reason I say Caicedo right back, he can invert into that midfield.
But the
pretty
whole
well.
reason
Like,
why we
he-
did
he
this
already
is
did
because
this
we were
season.
missing midfielders, bro.
Yeah.
We're not gonna take our last midfielder and move us right
That's
back.
yeah, okay, that's true. But I'd rather try. Well, not try. We've already
Because
seen
people
Nkunku
thought
right
he played DSC there because he believes in him, because he believes he can fly, you know, like he's fucking Dumbo. But that's not why, man. It's because we just didn't have any options. I would rather sacrifice a right back before I sacrifice a midfield, because our midfield is already, you know, kind of Akuna Matata with the whole thing. So I'm glad we did it this way.
Kuna Matata.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not so annoyed about it, because I understand. Like, we got very unlucky with injuries when it comes to right back and the midfield. So I understand, but I just hope we don't get those kind of situations, because we're gonna get those kind of game 3 or 4 times this season. And I just hope that we, you know, get to a conclusion like we did today, where it's a 3 points.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Well, yeah, like, and I
Losing
come
all
back
the
to, I come back to, yeah, you're right, Chris. I come back to this chat, right? Like, we lose the game, we lose that game last season. Ugly wins are good for morale, which, yeah, sure. I mean, at the end of the day, it is good that we won, obviously, because last season I don't think we win this game. I think we either lose it or we
would have
draw.
done defensively. I know Poch
Yeah.
would have set up more defensively. He does that a lot.
Bro,
did it with,
last
Liverpool's
season
in the
our
final.
defense is cut open because remember that first half they were aggressive. They were they hit the post. Like we got
did
really
actually,
lucky. We got
Yeah,
like
they could score like 2 or 3 goals
they
today.
had a penalty,
half.
Chris.
Yeah,
The second half it was the same, man. Nothing changed second half too, until the 78th minute. That's
I
when-
think
Yeah.
it still changed second half where we still create more chances compared.
Did
First
you
half
see
was
the,
dog
did you
shit.
see the shots on target stats? Oh my, I was ashamed, bro.
Oh,
the first
dude, let me
half
bring
or
it
second
up.
half?
Let me bring it up.
I
The
am-
shots
I
on
am-
target.
Was it
So
bad?
Bournemouth had 19 shots, 7 on target. We had 10 shots, 3 on target. And we had 67 possession.
Bro,
Yeah, we
respectfully, I rather have firepower on the pitch rather than water guns on the pitch, bro. And what we have with
Yeah.
this, sometimes with these attackers, man, I would rather have the options on the bench than we do on the.
Yeah. I mean, we went through some dark days with this attack. I can at least admit this attack is better than previous years,
we
but
got a
still
lot of
not
depth.
up
Well,
there,
like-
you know?
Yes,
These
wingers,
players
we
have
have-
work differently.
I
So-
think with wingers we are sorted. Wingers, we are sorted. I don't. We don't need to buy any wingers. We are really sorted as far as depth. But that striker position, bro, it's just Jackson on a child.
We've got Gooey. Oh, you mean child? Yeah.
Jackson and the child.
That's it, bro. That's. I'm not accepting this, bro.
I mean, that's why we're
That's
waiting for
not
Osimhen.
wrong.
We're not getting Duran or nothing. We're waiting for Osimhen,
Yeah.
a world class striker.
We're waiting.
I just found the goal, right? So I always like to go over the goal if I can always find it.
I'm
but-
surprised you got to it
beautiful.
sooner. Actually, you normally get sooner.
You know what?
We were
It's like,
talking
I mean, there's
about
only one
it.
goal, so maybe we have to like
Yeah.
wait a bit longer.
It's a Drogba goal, kind of. It's a Drogba-esque goal when he put 2 defenders off and.
Mhm.
I don't know. Okay. never mind.
Yeah, Sancho
Yeah.
gets it. Sancho looked fantastic today. I can't get over it, bro. I'm sorry. I keep bringing it up. Like he
I
just
didn't think he
looked
started so
unstoppable.
It's like a Hazard moment. That's why you like it. 'Cause
I
did a
thought
lot
he
of
would
Hazard
start
does.
slow.
Bro, I didn't want to say it out loud, but I was thinking like, bro, this guy's moving like Hazard on the left. Like no one
Easy,
can
bro.
touch him.
That's why his last name is Sancho, not William, bro. Because he's like play like South American.
Bro,
He plays very
yeah.
good. Man. He's
I can't remember. Is this number 19 at United or something? I don't think he was he? I think he's number
No.
10.
I think
don't
he
remember
did
what
it as a
it
joke
was.
because Mount is a failed number 19.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the player number 19.
Huh?
They got Mount
True.
and where you got Sancho is a bit of a difference. So.
Yeah. Get out of here now. As Kai would say, the fat nose cunt or big nose cunt. whatever
Oh,
his
this is
name
the goal, yeah.
Dick knows
But-
cunt.
Dick nose cunt.
The way
Thank you.
Sancho has like 2 guys to his right and then 1 guy close him down to his left and he still put it away. And once he
Yeah.
was through, I was so confident he put it away. If that was like Jackson
Yeah.
or something, I was thinking 50-50.
Bro, Jackson had
So-
the exact same. Look how he takes like
He-
on
he
3
does, yeah.
defenders and he's still.
But that's what I mean. Jackson will have chances like that and I think 50-50. It might go in.
He
Oh,
finds the hole,
Jackson.
right?
Look, see,
Jackson
this is
would kill the audience. That ball
So-
would be hitting an audience in the head, man.
I'll
he has 3
admit,
guys
like,
on him.
this defender made an error, but again, it doesn't matter if the defender makes an error. You still got to finish it. So makes the
It's an
error.
error. It's just he's that good
Look
on
how
his
he
feet.
spins, look how he
he's
spins,
very
yeah.
good on his feet. And he knows to use
He
the
was
ball
trying
well.
to, but like he was trying to block the ball. It looks like
I
Chris, you know?
get, but like Nkunku.
You know what
Let me
he
see if there's
reminds
a better
me?
angle.
Wait, use
There's
the
a
I
better
remember.
angle.
Yeah, it's not the greatest in defending, but like he uses body pretty well so the defender doesn't get
Yes,
the ball.
to
It's all about
take
how you
them
use
out.
your body on the ball. And once he's through, like I'm pretty sure the rest of you like use that confidence to put him away. I was
Bro,
that
Jackson
confident.
doesn't score that at all. He's not gonna get in that position, bro. He's gonna fall before he takes on the second defender, man.
Well, yeah. Oh, you know what, Kai? Now I know what you're talking about because Jackson had a chance where he was one-on-one with the defender, but the defender kind of beat him. Right? Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah.
Behind the ball.
Yeah.
Same position.
Yeah.
Jackson
That's the one. Yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's
same
true.
angle as well. Same angle, same pass, same everything. The only difference is he has like a.
Look how he squeezed in.
Oh, my.
He used his body
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah. You're right, Chris. You're right. I mean, but that's the thing. Like we were talking about Jackson as a striker, right? Don't you think though? Aren't you worried that if we do have Nkunku as a striker, that he would be isolated from the game too often? Because I like seeing
Not with a
Nkunku
team with
involved
sits
with
back.
link up.
Not with a team what sits back. I don't think so. I think Jackson would be better for the teams who were a high line, because I think Jackson has more pace than Nkunku, and he has the height and strength more probably over Nkunku. But Nkunku is a better
but
finisher. He's better on the ball. I
thing-
think his link is better.
The thing with the height though, like it's called football, man. Most of the time you're gonna play with your feet, so it's like
That
I
is
remember
true.
when Aguero first came to City. Every
Yeah, he's
Premier
not
League
tall,
player, every Premier League fan, he's too small to play a striker. Are City crazy to play a striker? Now he literally has more goal than Thierry Henry, man. So it's just these people, man. I don't understand.
I think is what
Because
scares
Jackson isn't
people
good.
is play
Isn't
long
good
strike.
holding the ball either, man. The guy falls on his ass and smiles. Pisses me off. I hate it when he does it. Man.
I
Oh
mean,
my God,
yeah, I
man.
can understand why like, we're drawing and we need points, and you're just there smiling.
And he's smiling. I was like, I hope I have a sniper, man.
So yeah, listen, I don't mind it. At the end of the day, I want to win games, right? So if it means like you play Jackson or Nkunku as a 10, I don't know why I keep saying Jackson. It's because I think Jackson's a striker and Nkunku's a 10 in my head. If you play Nkunku more often, because I want to see him play more. He should be. I feel like I don't know about you guys. I feel like he should be a starter in this team. That's one thing about Maresca that I don't get.
Yeah.
Why don't you start Nkunku? Like every time he comes into the game, he
looked
does
bad.
something.
It's the only game where people it's the only game where you say, "Oh, he didn't look that good." When he played on the left against City, and that's against Man City as well. So I don't think
Even then, but that's the thing.
He
Like
didn't
I
look
remember, I
awful then.
rewatched that game. I rewatched
Didn't
that
look
game.
awful.
And I don't think he looked awful. I think
He was the most
Yeah.
dangerous one of our players.
yeah, he looked like he was like trying to go up the pitch and like
he was very direct again.
he was
Well, and
very
it's-
direct.
And it's not fair that he has to prove himself against fucking City, and then you have players like Jackson to prove himself against fucking Palace and Wolves. Right? It's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I-
we
has
must
to
not
prove
forget
himself
how good this
extra
player was.
when he is the one who has the most credit in the bank. Why does he have to prove himself extra over these guys who can't even score one-on-ones?
Uh,
Just wow to me, man.
I was also thinking when you say 4-3-3, he can play that false striker role anyway. When the
False
wingers
nine.
just cut in, like Palmer loves to cut in. And
Bro, he
Sancho
might be
loves
a
to
false
cut in.
nine, but Jackson's a false nine by skill, bro. He's maybe false nine by position, but
Yeah.
wow, man.
But I think that's the thing too with Jackson. I think in the I could be wrong about this. I think in the interview he just had about his whole contract thing, I think he admitted that he used to play as a 10. So he's not even like a
Who?
striker like that. Jackson.
I thought he was a winger before.
I think he admitted the other day that he played as a 10. I could be wrong
I mean,
about that.
I
might
can
have to go
tell
and
he's
confirm,
more of a
but-
midfield or winger role because
mean,
his
most-
link up is like his best part about Jackson. His
Yeah.
best part is this link up. So
I mean, let's be real.
Like-
Most of the time before Chelsea, his position was on the bench, bro. So he rarely played for his previous team. So
Yeah, I don't know who got more minutes over him. I don't know that team like that, but it's just like to me like listen, I'm not gonna count Jackson out yet. I think there's a good player there, but Nkunku needs to be
there is no
more
darkness
involved.
without light, man. That's big up token, man.
But I have this could just be me, right?
Yeah.
Outside of the Wolves game, I feel like Palmer really hasn't been the same Palmer as last season. Like I know Man City, he
I
created a
agree.
bit. He looked like he was.
But
making
okay, let's
good
look at that
chances.
Crystal Palace game, right? Where was he playing for half that game?
In the
Where
10.
was? No. Yeah, he's in 10. But where was he? Like, looked like he's asked to play. He's in that deep DM role for like half that game at least.
In the second half.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah, I was just saying.
because Gusto got hurt.
Yes, and he had to he had to do a lot of work in that DM role. And today, he has to play a 10 again. I think we have to try to play him on the right. And I know Madueke's been good against the Wolves and stuff, but the last 2 games he's been kind of dropping off a bit. Madueke, he was okay against Crystal Palace. He wasn't that great. Today he wasn't good.
How many
but
goals
maybe
he scored this season so far? Anyway,
Who?
not Palmer. I think he already has 2 goals. No, 3 goals.
One. No, he scored
he has.
one. No, he scored one.
Oh, he has. Wait.
He has
what's the one
3.
again?
He has 4
It's
assists.
he got 1 goal against Wolves. That's it.
You sure?
He's got 1 goal and 4
And he's
assists,
got
all from
4
that
assists,
game.
yeah. Wait, are you sure? Wait.
Or 3 assists, maybe. 1 goal, 3 assists.
No, he's got 4 assists in total and 1 goal.
Okay. I think it's all from that game.
I mean, it's still not bad from 4 games. Still
No,
not bad.
it's not.
But it's
I
all
think-
from that game, though, Kai.
But I want to see us play him on the right. He's best on the right, like Andrew said. On last season, he was really good at the right.
That's
we
the
play him
reason
10
why.
this season.
When we beat Wolves, all of the Chelsea fan base, top 4, we're gonna win. It's
I
gonna be
think we're gonna
great.
win,
Everybody's
I
gonna.
still think we're gonna
I was like, bro, calm the fuck down. Just because we won 1 game, it doesn't, and it just shows that game just fucking covered over a lot of cracks. I don't want to be negative because we won today, and I'm happy, especially because Nkunku and Sancho were the ones to win it.
But Kai, what in your opinion though, what do you think the cracks are right now? Based on what you're seeing.
I think that we need to patch the striker position. I think winger wise, I think we're set. We have a lot of quality in wingers.
We finally figured it out in the wings.
I just think in midfield, I think both Caicedo and Enzo are very good players. I just think we're using them wrong. We're using them too much to defend, and I don't think that's the role. I think there's someone who should be with them there. I just don't think they're ever going to be 2 lone 8s or 6s, whatever we're trying to make them as. I just don't think that's their position. And defense, we need to kind of find our golden one.
I think our centre backs.
All these guys are copper, you know.
I mean, today wasn't good though, Chris. Today was
I
not good.
still thought Colwell was good. I thought he
Colwell was
good.
better,
He made some
but Fofana, Fofana's got that bozo moment.
it's a bit like that.
He really does.
Fofana, Jesus, man. He had the heart like fucking. On his
Temple.
I
He was
think-
linked up
I
with
think Colwell's been
Reece
quite-
James.
I think
More
Colwell's
Instagram
been
stories
the
and
most
appearances
consistent
since last
as two
season.
centre-backs. It's dependent on Tolson. If Tolson's good enough to overtake on Fofana, maybe, then yeah.
Nah.
But I think our 2 best centre backs at the minute still is Fofana and Colwell. I'm not worried about it. It's just trying to find our best front 4.
I don't know. Tolson reminds me a lot of Madueke, man. He has 1 or 2 good games, and then everybody's
Really?
like,
Think so?
I mean, it's
we're
hard
gonna
to
win
say
the
though,
league
Kai.
with this guy. Yeah,
No,
it's hard
no,
to say.
no. We're not going to win the league with
That's why I'm
Tolson.
using the
No, we're
argument
not winning.
because that's what
We're
people
not.
say. People say if he's gonna be good, but at the same time, I need at least 5 or 6 games, good games, because we saw Madueke has 1 or 2 games, and now everybody's saying, oh, he should start. Sancho should be the
you're right.
backup.
Yeah,
He
you're
should
right.
all that kind of shit. So
But Kai, you don't think when Tosin came on, it was more stable, like it was more calm?
I don't know.
I
I think
found
we were still being spread. To be honest, man, I'll be real. My heart was in my ass the whole game, man. I'm not gonna lie. Man. Even after,
Yeah, at the
even
end of the
after
game,
we
you said
scored,
that.
even after we scored, I was still worried we're gonna do so. I'm not gonna lie. I thought like
Yeah.
it can't, because it is Chelsea. It is modern day Chelsea, so you never know if you're gonna concede. Or... I'm glad we won, but I don't think that Tosin is now the new fucking Drogba, and then the new fucking what's his name now, the new Terry.
Terry.
I need to
yeah.
see the sample size is too little. Chelsea fans get excited too easily. The sample sizes right now are too, even with Maresca, man. So far, this guy's tactics, I haven't been impressed. I'll be real, man.
Well, thank you for bringing that up because I was gonna say, like, for Maresca today, I think there are some criticisms to be had.
Some criticism. Oof.
I
think
mean,
we're
you
playing
tell
like,
me, bro.
like it's our first, like we're playing Football Manager to our first game. That's what I felt it was, man. Nobody was in the right position. Everybody was just we couldn't even complete. I
That
can't
first
remember
half
the
was so
time we
disorganized,
played
right?
3 passes together, man. I
Yeah,
can't remember us doing 3 passes in a row without losing the ball.
because
So,
I don't know.
And also,
Go ahead,
sorry,
go
Marshall,
ahead.
I have to because I'm
good.
gonna forget. That one, if today we didn't win, if Sancho didn't get that assist to Nkunku and Nkunku score and we won of that match, that would have been our worst start to the season after 4 games for the last 20 years. So we were saved. That stats would have been scary for Maresca.
Can't
So he
you give
also has
a-
to wake up and see. He has to change because we can't keep riding luck, man.
I will
Yeah.
say, I think I'll give Enzo Maresca still. I'm not like even his biggest fan, like him coming into Chelsea. You said that if you remember Marshall at the start of the season, not start of the season, when we announced him, I wasn't his biggest fan, but I will still give him a little
Let's
bit of
have
a
it
leeway
right.
because we've had no Enzo, we've had no right back, and he did make the early change today. He made a 45-minute sub, and that did change the game in that second half. He did do something where it changed that second half. We did look a lot better compared to the first half because the first half we was not organised one bit. So I'm not saying he's perfect because he's not. He's definitely not. He's gonna make mistakes, and I think he needs to find his best front three, front four, whatever it is, and stick to that as well, of course, because you can't like keep changing your front four every game. You just can't. It won't be they won't be fluid with each other at all. And you can't just keep playing Cole. I don't want him to play Cole Palmer on the 10. I want him to play him on the right. I think he's better on the right. I know he's better on the right. We saw it last season. All you have to do is look at last season. This season, he's not been as good because he's playing as a 10, I think.
I think Maresca's, the way he wants to play, it's going to take time for the players to perfect it. And I think today, that first half, we saw the players still don't quite get it entirely, especially like Vega, for example, right? We saw Vega today, and listen, I think Vega is a good player. I think you could see he's a good player. Like he's, what's the word I'm looking for? Like he's reliable to an extent.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a good squad player for Chelsea.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think overall he knows how to play football. You know what I mean? Like he's not just one position. Like
he's basically the Honda Civic of football players. That's what you're saying.
Hey, save money. He's efficient.
He's reliable. He doesn't break down.
Yeah, exactly. He'll get 300,000 miles. No problem. No engine issues. Change the oil, you're good. But like, yeah, we got a Honda Civic player. Everyone says Rolls Royce player. No, I want a Honda Civic. It won't break down on me. But no, like with him, like he can do a job in most positions. Today, I think because he's not used to like the Enzo Maresca system from the pivot position, you saw he looked lost at times. He didn't know where to position. He was too close to Caicedo sometimes. And like Caicedo, I feel like today, like he wasn't great either, but he at least did the best he could, being basically almost by himself for that first half. Renato Vega looked like he was like, where am I supposed to be here or there? I'm kind of confused.
I mean,
Caicedo, where do I go? Moises, where do I go?
He played like he's Vega from Game of Thrones. Bro. He was all over the place.
Just wondering, like, what do I do? But like, I think that, and that goes to show that I think, and all the players keep saying this, that Maresca is very, very tactical, very, very tactical. Sometimes tactics can be a little confusing to understand, especially nowadays with like people are changing to a 3-4-3 when you're attacking, and all of a sudden you got to a 4 in the back when you're defending, and you have to be here in this position, this time and that. So you saw, like what Kai was saying in the beginning, that first half, we looked so disorganized. It looked like preseason all over again. It literally looked like preseason all over again. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? We were looking exposed. We were spreading the cheeks, man. We were spreading the cheeks in the beginning.
Under 15, bro.
Bro, it
I would
was
say
crazy.
this is our worst performance of the whole season so far.
I think it's
And we won. That's the worst part.
At least we got the result. I don't like.
We won because of quality, bro. If we
we brought enough quality in that.
If we played the exact same team, the whole game, we'd have lost.
Wait, exact same team? What, Bournemouth again?
No. If we
No, I
played
mean
the
lineup.
didn't do
That lineup. I mean, yeah, I agree.
didn't do the last
we didn't
sub,
have
last
Enzo. We didn't have Augusto Reese. And Sancho may be our best, one of our best wingers. As much as I say, I don't think he will be, but he might be. I have to see. It is still one game. It's still one game, and I do.
Come on, Chris. You could tell based on the one game.
Yeah. He is different to like a Neto. Neto's more getting behind, and Sancho's more just like sits in and like waits for like fullbacks.
But his competition is not really a Neto. It's more like these Maduekes and this Mudriks and all these.
I mean, Mudrik's not.
Players.
We know Mudrik's not competition. Mudrik's competition with his own, I don't know, mental state or something at this point.
I mean, he's contracted to the club. These are the guys that.
I mean, he's contracted to the club, but he's not going to play. The only games he's going to play is the group stage. Conference League. That's his level, sadly.
I don't know. For
That
me,
is-
none of these guys are really like. For me,
What do
Nooney,
you mean none?
Nooney.
He's a good backup. I
Sorry,
think.
not Nooney. Palmer, Neto,
Yeah.
and Sancho. For me, that's the level of Chelsea. The other
The
two
wingers,
are just here because Make-A-Wish Foundation. But that's all. For me, that's the level.
You think Madueke's like that as well? Like Mudryk?
Madueke had one good games, and you guys acted like he's the next coming of Eden Hazard, bro.
No. I'm
Let's
not
be
like
real,
that.
man. He had the same. He had a good. Like he scored 3 goals against one team. Even Mount has a hat trick, and now he's injured somewhere.
I mean, yeah. What impressed me about Madueke that
Manchester.
is weak foot he can use. I don't care about the hat trick.
football player can use his weak foot. Oh my
No,
days.
but, like,
He did it
God
once though,
bless-
Chris. That's the
No,
thing.
No, he
did
scored
it
twice
once.
this week, but quite
No,
convincingly.
but I mean, like he did it in one game. He did it in one game.
Oh, I mean, the Crystal Palace game he's using his right foot a bit more. Today, I
And
didn't
what
see
Yeah, but he
happened in
didn't
the Crystal
score.
Palace game?
No,
What
he didn't
happened?
score, but I'm saying I see him use his right foot more, so I know he's trying to learn to use
So
both
now,
feet.
now,
I mean, a
now
lot of
we're
left
giving-
footers
now we're
don't know how to
giving
use their
credit
right
because
foot.
of being
No.
foot able. Being
No,
fit feet. I think he's
I
not fit
agree.
too. Should I play for Chelsea?
I think he's a good backup. I think Madueke would be a good backup to Neto, Sancho, and Cole Palmer. I think he's good backup to that. Nothing more. I don't think it's
Yeah, but
anything to do with
that was my whole point, though. Who is
Yeah.
Sancho really competing
But-
against
but
for
Mudryk's not even good backup at the point. I think we just need to get rid of him.
Mudryk is done. I think he's getting so.
If
Either
we
he's getting
can
a
get-
loan or he's getting moved on in January. I think there's no way to.
What about
He-
Salzburg?
the only
Will they
thing-
pay 60 million for him?
The only thing I can see, I don't think so. The only thing I can see with with Mudryk is he gets like bench minutes for in the Conference League, or maybe
No,
he
no,
gets
Mudryk-
like the cup.
no,
like maybe he gets to play against Boro.
Mudryk gets the shitty games like the Conference League, the Carabao Cup. He will get these shitty unknown. We
But
got
then
like
what
this
is if
Bravo team.
Sancho
Who's
starts?
it?
But this is what I'm asking you, Chris. If Sancho starts, then what do you do with Neto? You got to play Neto. Neto has to play something.
I think no. Okay, yes, Neto's gonna be getting. Okay, Neto will get minutes. He get more minutes than Mudryk. We know that, but like, I'm just saying against teams like Bravo, I think Mudryk could get his chance. Or teams
Yeah,
like
so, yeah,
unknown.
I could see that.
Like it's against the unknown teams where you know what, throw Mudryk in, see what you can do because Mudryk is no use to any actual team what's no like you know.
I'll be real. The way we played in the Conference League so far, I don't even want to risk it, bro.
I know it's a bit shaky there,
You're
but like
not wrong, actually. You're not wrong.
They're not really performing against these teams too, man. So I'm not gonna start playing like.
It's such a crazy comment.
backups,
Oh
man.
my.
I mean I just I don't give a shit about the Conference League, but
I was actually in Chernobyl a while ago, man. So
when
now it's the radiation is almost gone, so it doesn't really affect human beings anymore. So
what throw Mudryk in there?
I mean, you can. I don't.
Well,
care
I'm thinking
from
where's this
Birmingham, bro.
what are you going?
No, because people think Chernobyl is still like that radioactive place, like they watch it video
It
games.
is.
or
If
movies,
you go in the water and shit, you're getting ready. You're getting some.
Not anymore,
No.
bro.
I'm not gonna like Tariq
Not
George
anymore.
looks more
I've seen some-
ahead of Mudryk at this point.
I
I
am
see
not
some
playing
guy
no
there who used
Georges.
to jump in the
No,
pool
no
now,
guy
doesn't
named
he?
George
No,
played
no,
football.
wait, hold on. You don't think that Tariq George is probably better to start in a Conference League game than Mudryk?
No, just because of that name. No, keep on away, bro. He sounds like a football
'Cause his last
manager,
name
like
is George.
generated preset, bro. I don't want it. Doesn't
He
sound
does
like a real
sound like
person,
the
bro.
ball player. Yeah, he does sound like a auto.
He even sounds like a bronze card, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, what criticisms do you guys have of Maresca's game today?
I just think the team looked unorganized. I think like we didn't utilize that left side at all. Neto was just sitting there asking for the ball. We just plays on the right, and oh boy, Madueke, God bless you and your bandana, bro. But the way that he was just giving the ball away and he's shooting nowhere, he was misplacing passes, and then
Shooting
Neto just
blanks
there
today.
sitting like he was just sitting like saying to them in Portuguese, please, can I have the ball too? And nobody wanted to play him. But we didn't change any sides on. We didn't switch the play. Our play from the midfield was unorganized. I felt like
Yeah,
none of the
that's
center
where we
backs
missed
knew where
Enzo.
they were supposed to be. I hope it's just them getting used to the formation
System,
because oh
yeah.
boy, man, I'll be real, man. It gives me Potter flashbacks. Just
Really?
chubby, bolder, and shorter Potter. Yeah,
Boulder
I'll be real,
Potter.
man. Because I wanted to do good, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it's kind of scares me how unorganized we were.
But you don't like. I mean, yeah. So I get that you want the manager to do good. You don't think that based on the good that you've seen, Like, let me ask you this: do you think against Wolves were just that bad, or we saw a glimpse of like if this clicks and if it starts working, this is what potentially Chelsea could look like against other teams?
I think it's the combination of both, but it's also like one of those games where everything just goes in your favor. I think if we were actually challenged in that game and Wolf gave us a little bit more, I don't think we would be perform as well. Because let's be real, if we look, because I don't like to look at one game. I think we as Chelsea fans for the last 3 years, we just look at a small period and like a small sample size, and we judge all of our season based on it. But if you look based on the first 4 games that we played this season, there's a lot of reoccurring issues in most of those games where we just looks uninterested, unorganized. It could be preseason because we're quite like relatively fresh at the season. It could be tactical awareness thing. We're still new with the tactic, but it does scare me because I feel like we are similarly to how we were on Potter, where nothing was organized, everything was all over the place, and that scares me. Just so I hope it's the first 2 options will just us not being to settle yet with the fitness and the tactical understanding of what we want to do.
Chris, what do you think, man?
Like you say with Enzo Maresca, I will give him like a tiny bit of leeway because we didn't get our main lineup, but like I said, it was very unorganized, and it just kind of annoyed me how long it took us to take off Disasi for Tolson, because I think Tolson would have been better, and subbing on Felix before Nkunku, because Nkunku showed more in the last game, so I don't know why he put on Felix again before Nkunku. So that part I think goes on to what's his name, Enzo Maresca, because Felix did nothing today again. He showed nothing. He literally showed nothing to actually help the game. I don't know what he did. He just lost the ball and like aero ball too much. But yeah, I will give like obviously Enzo Maresca Chef like a chance this season, because it's only like what 4 games in. We looked good against Wolves, obviously. We looked decent against Man City, even though we lost 2-0. And we did look performance-wise. We did look good against Crystal Palace. We just had chances where we should have put in definitely, but yeah. No, but like, okay. It's the result was bad. I agree, but you don't think our defense in that game was good?
Against Palace, if that game was 3 hours long, the result would have been the same. I'll be honest with you.
Well, maybe if we can miss it. Yeah, we created a lot more chances in Palace, and Palace created nothing in the box. We just kept blocking. Well,
but I don't know. I didn't feel like we were more dangerous than they were, though, that whole game.
Well, what chances they really have? Like, oh my god, they almost scored. Like,
what chances do we really have?
Jackson had a couple of chances. Madawaki had where no, Madawaki where he's on the far right, and he should pull it bottom left. And Marshall knows about that because he kept saying it before as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
there was many good chances where when they had chances, their goal came from outside the box, where it's a wonder shot. And Colwell and Fofana did really well that day. They kept blocking a lot of shots.
So how are we good exactly if we just played the game and we couldn't even do anything?
I mean, no, we just didn't score enough goals that day, and that's the problem with it. Like, today we performed shit, but we got the result, and I prefer those type of games anyway, because all I care about is getting results, because we ain't seen enough results for the last 2 years.
Yeah, but that catches up to you, though. That catches up to you. You can't always escape the way that we did today, and that's where you need to kind of
iron out. I think it's the only game we actually performed badly, I think.
I honestly don't think so. I think against Palace, we also didn't play that good. The fact that we couldn't even score, like we couldn't even win the game.
I think because we missed too many chances that day. That's why. But today we performed awfully.
But again, that's an issue from the way we play. We're not always gonna get a chance like where it's gonna end up like today.
I think if you have Sancho or even Nkunku, maybe a better striker and Jackson striking wise, we would win that game no problem.
See,
no problem.
I
think Sancho's best. Wait,
I don't think we're this bad. I don't think.
Yeah.
We're this
Plus,
bad.
we have a lot more quality than United as well.
We're a lot more quality. You could see there's actually tactics, but it's taking time to gel
they have
and mesh.
Acne Haaland up front.
I mean, he's getting replaced. He's getting replaced. He's replaced by that new striker they paid 30 million for.
Fucking Squirtsy, whatever his name is. Yeah.
Nah, he's done. I think Højlund's gonna be done this season.
They tried to buy
Højlund was brought for the whole regime as well. No, they spent over much for him.
They try to buy Haaland on Amazon Prime flash sale, bro.
That Italian club.
No, they spent more
on what
Haaland
for life with that money, man.
Wasn't Haaland? Wait, wasn't Haaland 65 million? Wait, wasn't Haaland 65 million?
Yeah.
What a dumb
Yeah,
purchase, man.
Højlund was 72 million. They didn't pay it for
Højlund
West.
was more expensive. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
They bought this other striker
got
for
ripped
32
off.
million.
And
Just
he has
bought
acne
Chinese-
as well.
He's better.
You should have
He's
known,
better.
bro. You should have known.
Huh?
Acne as well. Acne Hallam, man. That's why I call him acne.
I mean, he's got rid of that surgery, Kai. So he's no longer acne.
Wait, how do you
Probably heard
know?
what I
Wait,
said
what?
about
What do you know this?
Like I said, I think my brother said, he said they
We
got rid of
brought this up
surgery.
before.
Yeah, I don't know. He bought it up or something. I don't know.
I never
No,
had,
but-
I never had a pimple in my life, so I don't know the feeling, man.
Wow, it must be
Well,
nice, man.
he has the money, man. Like, they're probably paying him 200k a week or something.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, if he's
do,
feeling insecure about his acne, then by all means.
I mean,
He's
people
also
kept
king.
doing that. You know, a singer who looks like him a bit. I don't want to like say his name.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
like
It's
every time he didn't
ridiculous.
score a goal, they maybe that got to him.
That's so
That got to
stupid.
him.
Ah, that guy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know what he's talking about.
That guy looks like a monster,
was
bro.
trolling.
Looks like King Kong.
Yeah.
He's actually a good singer. I will give him that guy. He's actually has
Oh,
talent.
man,
I'm not calling it.
that guy, who? He was born 100 years ago. Somebody would have left him in the forest.
Yeah, but at
somewhere,
least he
man.
has
That-
talent. I'm not calling it.
Yeah, I mean,
That baby is not that good impressive. He was in
just put him
Sparta,
down the
we left
river,
at
bro.
near the rocks, man.
Yeah, they'd ship him downstream, bro. Oh my god. But I mean, listen, like I'm a Chelsea fan, DHL. So of course I'm gonna have hope that a manager that is I think is gonna be doing better than Pochettino. I just went through Pochettino last season, and I hate you know how much I don't like Pochettino. We talked
Now
about
he's
this for
your
ages.
international manager, so
Bro, just stop reminding me,
Karma.
Chris. So, I don't like Pochettino. So to go from Pochettino to this manager, for me, it's like a breath of fresh air. So yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. I want my team to do well. So yes, I'm going to hope that Maresca works out. I'm going to hope that the tactically works out. I'm going to hope that the players
Let's be a bit
come
positive,
through
guys.
and work out.
So
I'm
you're
trying
hoping
to
for
be.
fresh air. You're hoping for fresh air. You've
Wow.
been smelling farts for the last 3 seasons, and now you're hoping for fresh air.
well, we
Yeah,
got
I'm
hope.
smelling protein farts because old Pochettino was feeding the kids with steak, Argentinian steaks, bro.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't mind, man. Argentinian steak is amazing, man.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind until your legs started falling apart because you have no carbs and nothing else, bro. No fats, nothing. So like, man, like with Maresca, like, yeah, I'm gonna be hopeful that he's win. I'm trying to be realistic. Like, obviously today's game was not a good game. I admit it. We won.
Fucking
It
mistake,
wasn't a
man.
good game
We got
though.
West Ham next, right? As well. That's
Yeah,
good.
We have
Ham
West
can
Ham
do something.
next.
Being pooped
Really?
today in the
You think
draw.
so?
I mean, it's West Ham and Chelsea. We normally.
Wait,
have
hold
nothing.
on. You say it's West Ham, but you
No,
realize like West
no, it's
Ham.
West Ham and Chelsea. It's West Ham and Chelsea.
What does that
I
mean?
get, but I mean, we always give each other like hard games.
What's
We
their
always struggle
position
with
so
West
far? I don't even know, but I
They're
know
14th, they're
one.
14th.
I know one fat kid. He was a big fan of West Ham in my neighborhood. But I don't know much about them, man.
So to give context, right? West Ham
Ham. We did
lost
beat them last
2-1
5-0. Yeah.
They only won one game this season, man.
We beat him. Yeah,
Wait,
we beat him
hold
5-0
on.
last season.
But
yeah.
it's a reason for that because they lost to Aston Villa. West Ham against Aston Villa.
Yeah,
Aston
yeah,
Villa,
yeah.
you think is better. They won against Crystal Palace, right? Which we just drew against.
Yeah.
They beat Bournemouth in the EFL Cup. They lost to Man City, and they did just draw to Fulham, 1-1. But West Ham, they reinforced. I think they spent the most out of all clubs this window.
Nah, Brighton spent like 200 million or something. How much they spent?
Oh, you might be right. Actually, you might be right. But I think West Ham had like the best window in terms of like bolstering their squad and
What
stuff.
about us?
We-
What
we-
about them?
Sky, we didn't get a striker yet. We still don't have a goalkeeper.
We
We
got
got 9 goalkeepers, bro. 9 fucking goalkeepers.
None of them can start though.
They're there.
Oh, we're buying these-
None of them are good enough to start.
They're there to flip
We're
the
buying
price.
these fuckers to start a hockey team, man. At this point, man.
Bro, we're
Yeah,
buying
speak
these
to me.
goalkeepers to make a fucking pillar for Robert Sanchez to be on, man. Like,
Bro,
these
and
goalkeepers are crawling so Robert Sanchez could run.
They look like a kick it out commercial, bro. All different lengths and colors, man. Jesus Christ, man. We have a whole team, man.
Where are we in the table?
It's
Oh,
crazy.
we're right behind Arsenal.
We're looking better in the table,
Yeah, we're looking
especially
better.
because Liverpool did lose to Nottingham Forest today, which I don't think anyone expected.
But it's also, again, there's not many
Yeah.
points what we played for. Because if we lost today, we'd have been 15th.
It's early.
So.
Oh no, that's why I
Yeah.
was begging for a result today. I didn't care about the performance. I wanted the result because if we dropped more points today, we got to beat West Ham as well, of course. But like the last 3 games has been a bit back and forward. Like I think one of the games where we lost 3-1 and we drew 1-1 and we beat them 5-0. But
Yeah.
Did you
I'm
see
saying,
Conte
like-
eating a Napoli pizza? That's the funniest video I've seen, man. He's like sitting there hungry, and the guy is cutting his pizza very slowly, and Conte's looking at him, smile, can't say, can't try his best not to slap the shit out of him, bro, because he's on camera.
Yeah. I feel like Conte is just happy to be back in Italy, man. Happy
Bro,
to be
not-
back in
he
Italy.
always
Pizza
leaves though.
Napoli,
He ends up coming back to Italy, then he fucks off again, and now he's back.
Bro, he's living the life. He's one of those managers who can ask for whatever he wants. He goes to a team, he say, hey, listen,
I
you,
want Lukaku.
Yeah, Napoli
prick.
gave him
I
everything
want
he wanted.
Lukaku. I want Lukaku. Get me Lukaku.
I mean-
If he doesn't like it, he leaves. He's the most gangster guy in Italy, bro. He won.
I mean,
He is pretty
Chelsea
gangster,
didn't
I'm
give
not
him what he
gonna lie.
wanted though, did they?
but he won us the
Yes,
league.
and then he
So-
he sued
Yeah,
them,
no,
and he
no, no.
won the lawsuit.
No, he
is a gangster.
Wait, did he? But
Yeah, he won the
league.
lawsuit against Chelsea because he got
Yeah, he won
sacked.
the
Remember?
lawsuit. He's like, we don't pay. He's like, okay, you don't pay. Okay. I go lawyer. I buy everybody pizza. He get pizza. He get pizza. Everybody pizza.
Oh shit, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
like
thought he
that.
doesn't give a fuck, bro. He won Inter the
No,
league,
no.
and Inter was like, we're gonna sell this player. He's like, all right, I'm going. He's like, I'm leaving. You don't buy me this player, I'm leaving.
Yeah, he wanted Lukaku.
I respect it, bro. If you do whatever you want to him, he's like, you sell Lukaku, okay, I leave.
Okay, then I will leave. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, he's all
100%.
leave, man. You have to respect it, man. Maresca is holding to that position, bro. He's lying for that. He's like, please keep me here. I don't know. He's like, I see nothing. I hear nothing.
Yeah, no, and you know what though? I gotta admit, I do like that about Maresca. The way he handled the press conference before the game was good. Like, it seems to me like, and this is what I like, unlike previous like Pochettino and shit, and Potter to an extent too. I like that he comes to the press conference and he doesn't let the journalists boss him around. He's just like, why are you like, even the little bit of pushback he got, he's like, don't you think defensively you're looking like, what do you mean? And then the other games that we won and how we like.
Marshall, there is something you should know about Italians. Yeah. my man is he just wants to live his life, man. Smoke his cigar, eat his pizza. He got the job at Chelsea 5 years. He get paid well. He doesn't give a fuck morally about. He's like, you know, the owners are. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
I'm just here to
I'm just-
fucking
I'm
play
just
football.
here.
Let them fight. I don't care.
Bro, I'm just here. Yeah. Eating
gonna pay me? Good.
Eating lasagna, getting paid, managing a club like Chelsea. There is nothing you crooked teeth fucks can say to me that is gonna make me
Oh, wow.
that is gonna make me flip at you.
Huh?
I have no. He's like, what do you think about? What do you think about? What do you think about Sterling? He's like, fuck Sterling. I don't care. Chilwell
Yo,
never
he really
plays
did,
again.
yeah.
Never plays again. He don't care, bro. My guy. He doesn't. His moral went out of the window when he gave him that paycheck, bro. They told him, hey, Chilwell's in the streets. Hey, man, not my problem. Today is a nice day.
Dude, the fact that he came out and said like, yeah, Chilwell,
Like,
when we're missing players, he comes in to just fill the body. Bro, it's just the disrespect on Chilwell is crazy.
Bro, he traumatized Chilwell, bro. He's a nice boy. He's a good kid, but we don't have space. It's Chilwell. It's like,
No, he didn't even say that about Chilwell. When they asked him about Carney, he was like, I like Carney. He's a good player, but I have too many number 10s. And then when they asked him about Chilwell, I was like, yeah, Chilwell, he needs to.
I talked to him.
I talked to him. Yeah, he's in the. He won't. We tried to move him.
Didn't work.
Nothing happened. Never said anything nice about Chilwell. He just
Oh, man.
said, fuck you, Chilwell. I don't give a fuck about Chilwell. Why'd you ask me about Chilwell? Stop wasting my time.
He's not the kind of wingers that I like about Sterling, bro. Jesus, my
Chilwell
guy.
again back to the squad actually. 'cause
I respect it. The guy, he has.
I
his
respect
paycheck.
it, yeah.
He got a really good job. He's getting paid well. He doesn't give a fuck if the world burns. Respect
Hey,
him,
if
bro.
he gets sacked, he still gets paid well.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. He doesn't
It's
give
not
a
end of the
fuck
world.
about Chilwell. He doesn't play. I don't care. These guys ate training somewhere under the rainbow. Good. It's not my problem. Let them train. My guy has no ethical dilemmas whatsoever, man. He does not care. He's
No,
right, man. Fair play
yeah,
to him,
he's
bro.
right. I
I'd
respect
do the same, bro. I would like all these journalists. If I was in the same room as the journalist, I'm getting everybody. I don't care, bro. It's not my problem. It's not. Is it his problem that Chilwell is happy? Is it his problem these guys play? No. His
Chilwell's
job
been
is to
so-
get the club playing football.
Yeah.
The owners can fucking stab each other with machetes. That's not his problem.
But that's like, you know, like growing up, I remembered, like, if you didn't make the team, you don't make the team. It's not my job for you to develop you and you to go play another participation trophy here or whatever. Like, no, at the end of the day, the way and this is what I like about the recruitment to an extent. I feel like we have too many players, which I think is ridiculous. But I like that it's now becoming ruthless again, where like players like Carney are having a hard time coming into the team, and players like you know, even Nani to an extent needs to really like get better in order to be a starter in the team. Like, it's becoming ruthless again. I like that. Now we need to do that for the striker position, and we would say for maybe the goalkeeping position, and maybe even a center back. We need to be a little more ruthless with them, because right now, I would say, like, after today's performance, Fofana should have some competition. There should be someone else, like, making it hard for Fofana, someone as good as Fofana, to come into the team. Tosin might be that guy. But, like, it's... Shut up with Chalobah.
Where is Chalobah? Is he actually on loan?
Chalobah.
Crystal
At this
Palace.
point, Chalobah need to go to the job center, bro. He's not getting back, man.
Yeah. Also, Chris, I think Chalobah got hurt again. Like, I think he's injured again.
Did he? Is he pregnant
I
again?
think so.
Oh, no.
He might be. So this
they
whole
would kill him.
Chalobah thing.
I haven't
whatever.
seen it, so you have to
Fuck
show
that lanky fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care. I really don't.
But
I
I
don't
don't
care if
care
any of these guys stay here or they leave. And I think Maresca is the same. He has 5 years here, and in order to stay those 5 years, he needs to get the results. And if he doesn't feel like these guys are his cup of tea, then it's not his cup of tea, bro. It's preferences.
I agree.
I
but
don't
against
understand when people are getting all emotional about it. It's not like these guys are like moving mountains for us, so who cares?
exactly, and the players that are moving mountains are starting. So I think
Nkunku.
make Chelsea ruthless again. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I guess any final thoughts? A little bit of thoughts on West Ham. Are we feeling that we can get a
I'm
result
not
against West
confident
Ham?
after today, but like it's depending. If Enzo's back, and I doubt we'll have a right back for that game, because obviously Reece won't
Still in
play.
a week, no? Is it Sunday or Saturday?
It's
it's
Saturday 12:30. So
How's
get up
Saturday?
early,
There's a
Mark.
game on Thursday. Don't we have a game on Thursday?
No. Next week we have a game on Thursday. Wait, let me just double check real quick. It's
on
Saturday the 21st.
Yeah, 12:30. So
But
get up
then
early,
we have a
Americans.
midweek game. That's oh yeah, it's an early game for me. God damn it, yeah.
No lying
It's
to you.
7:30 a.m. for me.
God damn.
So yeah, 7:30 a.m. But
Wake
then
up to
Tuesday
Chelsea.
we play against Barrow. That's where we're gonna see Mudryk again.
Yeah, it's dependent. I think will Enzo be back for the West Ham game? Surely.
Yeah.
I can't have him not on the team. He offers something different completely.
Kai, you need to carry the Chelsea way. Cry for it. No, it's not the Chelsea way. It's just Chelsea way that you thought after Lampard. Chelsea didn't give a fuck
This is
about
true.
any of the kids before
That-
Lampard
that
came
is
in,
true.
bro.
That's-
This is very true.
Play with the human
This is
traffic
very
and get them
true.
in white vans to other countries, bro. There's no one cares.
There's a reason we were called Roman's Loan Army.
Yeah,
There's
bro,
a reason
nobody-
for that. Yeah.
Nobody cared about the youth until Lampard came in with a ban, and
And
he
the
acted
transfer.
like it's some fucking I don't know what, man. Like he's you.
We saw Mason Mount. We fell in love. That's what it was, apparently. Well, I say we, but
I didn't fall in love at all, man. I
Yeah.
hate that with no
I
comment.
was on the fence with him. I always was.
Gallagher
Just like I was
leaves,
on the
we
fence
buy
with
you. Like,
Gallagher.
ridiculous
I was
shit
looking
like
over
that.
the fence hoping he leaves, man. That's I never like.
Yeah. Kai, how do you feel about West Ham next Saturday?
Bro, I don't know, man. It's like at this point, this new Chelsea is nothing is guaranteed. That's why when people
Yeah.
were saying today, 3-0 easy win, I'm like, nah, man, it's Chelsea. It's not gonna
I thought it was gonna be
win.
3-1. I thought it was gonna be 3-1.
There you
I
go,
predicted
man.
3-1.
I will say, if we do start in Nkunku, Sancho, and Enzo, I do feel a lot more comfortable. Like,
Nkunku's
depending who's on the right back.
Sancho.
No Disasi, no Disasi, no Disasi.
I agree. I agree.
can't have it. I can't have it. Yeah.
We'll see what happens in that right back position. It might have to be Disasi again,
I
or
want
at
to
least
see
Tosin.
Kukurea and Vega left back. It really could work.
We have to
I-
win.
I'm
We have to get a winning streak. Start like kind of separating ourselves from the rest of the top because now we're in a good
Yeah.
position.
I don't think we ever got a good
Yeah.
winning streak last season, really.
Yeah, but
Well,
now we're in
towards
the
the
same
end.
position as if Arsenal lose
We need to do
tomorrow or
this season.
draw. If Arsenal lose or draw tomorrow, we will be like doing just as good as Liverpool and Arsenal, which is pretty
Yeah.
decent for us. So Let's see, man. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, we need to get
I
someone.
want to be in that conversation. I want to
That
like
Liverpool lost
'cause
today was.
I want to be happy
Now
more than
Arsenal
two
lose
weekends in a
tomorrow,
row. Yeah.
probably.
I want to be able to like in a few weeks talk about like okay, we're in like top 4, like we're consistently getting wins and
Fine, but yeah.
I want to
Like,
be able
if-
to bully people again, man. That's my dream.
That's
I
been a
wanna be able
while.
to
yeah.
bully
Been a while
Arsenal
since we've done
fans.
that.
You know, I wanna go to my
Yeah.
to the office. Now I'm working from home, Marshall. I can't look at people in the face.
It's just like Reece James, bro, working from
Yeah,
home.
that's the real reason.
It's like we need to bring bullying back, man. I used to have an Arsenal friend. I used to write every time we beat Arsenal.
Not anymore.
Now he's on black for 2 years, bro. Come on, man. We need to unblock him. The guy is wondering what's going on, man.
Yeah, man. We'll see what happens, man. The West Ham is going to be a tricky one, I think. But I think if we have Enzo back, like Chris is saying, if we figure out maybe Caicedo right back or Vega and Cucurella, one of those guys play that right back position, I think we'll be okay. And then Nkunku should be playing that one. So we're a week away. I'm glad Chelsea's back at least, man. Like, oh my god, because international break was killing me. International break was actually
I
killing me
didn't
with all
watch
this
a single
civil
game.
war and
I
stuff.
didn't watch a single game.
I wish I did. It would have been more distracting than listening to this Civil War
I
bullshit
didn't
that
even listen
everyone's
to
like
Civil
crying
War that
about.
much.
I'm
I
not
didn't give
watching
it
the
much
Nations
attention.
League, man.
No,
I don't know.
I haven't watched Tank.
South America I heard was good, but I mean, it's just again like
You know what drives me mad? How good Enzo is for Argentina and how not so good he is for us. But that
I mean, he's good first, but he's just not like
it
brilliant.
makes you wonder. Yeah, but it's not for them. He's the reason they won the World Cup because he changed
I
that team.
agree. He did change that midfield when he came in.
So I don't
Yeah,
understand why is it for us? It's I don't know.
What's his name from Brighton? We should have maybe signed him then, because he's really good with midfield tactics. He gets the midfield working pretty well. He got Gilmore working pretty well. What's his name? He's from Brighton last. De Zerbi, yeah. Maybe him.
maybe,
No.
maybe.
I don't trust the guy in his late 40s who had a forehack, bro.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean,
Yeah. Listen, maybe De Zerbi, but I feel like De Zerbi would have left us so exposed this season with the center backs that we have. So
Maybe.
Why did we go for him? I thought we loved him. I thought we appreciated him.
we was looking at him.
well, I
What's
think
that?
it's because he's not a yes man. I think that's why. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Wasn't that the
Maresca
big thing?
thing.
Like he's not gonna.
I feel like most managers are yes man, unless your name's Conte or something.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know. Imagine Mourinho against our board, man.
I mean, Jose will be happy for a bit, and then once he's angry, there's no going back. There's no going back with him.
No, Josie would be pissed off in this team, bro.
But Joe is the kind of guy. When we backed him, Jesus Christ! I remember the first
I mean,
year
we
he
give
was
money.
back to back. Yeah, but we get money. But after some time, we got somebody to control the money who buy. I remember when we bought.
I'm
we
seeing
bought
people
Antonio
say.
Conte's Acosta.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I've never seen Antonio more disappointed in press conferences. My man's face was so sour, bro. It's like somebody spit in his soup, man.
The fuck? Gave me Zapacosta.
I've never seen
Man.
it like that. I asked it for the wrong, but you get. Because he asked us for one, we gave him some. Who we give? Drink water. That's what we gave him.
Oh my
Imagine winning
God.
the league and getting rewarded by drink water, bro. Oh my god.
I was in Egypt and I was so pissed when I saw fucking drink water sign
No.
charge 35 million.
So disappointed, bro. It's like getting a huge achievement in life and getting tap water as a reward.
Only
instead of
one I was
champagne.
excited for was for Bakayoko,
So
and
ridiculous.
Bakayoko was shit as well. He was awful.
I remember they made a song for Bakayoko because he
yeah.
played against Spurs.
Yeah. Bakayoko.
Yeah, that's
That
what
was
the
the
puppy
puppy.
video. Yeah.
Dillabaji, he was made up.
But that's why I wasn't mad at about Conte, man. When you they sign a player called Baba Rahman, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Baba
Yes,
Rahman
I-
is? You remember that genie Marshall from the year you ask him questions and he's supposed to guess? His name was Baba Rahman too, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You say, he's like, is your name blah blah blah? Is it blah blah blah? And he's guessing the end. That's
Oh,
what Baba
Acadator. The Acadator, whatever it's called. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. His name is Baba Rama. Ridiculous, bro.
The guy won the Premier League. We signed him pre-made players, football manager, bro.
Yeah. But you know what? Like, I think you said this earlier, bro. I think if we have a Lavia on this team and we play Enzo as an 8 instead of a 10, I think he does just fine. We see Argentina, Enzo. I think because you asked before why we see he plays better in Argentina. I think that's why. I think a big reason is because Lavia is not there to just cover. Because Lavia is so good.
I don't understand why you have to play with a 10. I really don't understand why we need.
If Jackson's doing good. Then,
so when you say 4-3-3, you're saying a pivot and 2 8s.
Yeah,
right?
No, like 2 8s. And behind them there's a 6. It could be Lavia, it could be Casado. I don't give a fuck. One of them who's not Enzo.
It'd be Lavia for me. He's
because a lot of the time Enzo's exposed alone because Casado he likes to go on adventures to win the ball back. So then you have Enzo on his own defending. His defending is not the best.
Then you can have Nkunku in the middle.
Enzo is the most comfortable where he's the heartbeat of the team, where he can pass the ball around, pass
the engine and shit. Yeah.
Because and
he sets the tempo like Jorginho.
We were missing his switch of play today.
Today, 100%. He was needed just to switch it up because our passing was so predictable. They forced us to go on the wings, and I think a difference maker was Tosin when he came in. And he was kind of forcing it through the middle, so that made it a little shaky for the defense. And then the cherry on top was Sancho. So I think today was a perfect example of why people need to be a little bit more respectful of what Enzo can do on the pitch. Fuck whatever he did off the pitch. Like it is what it is. Like
I mean, if the players get behind it, like and pass.
Like if Fofana's gonna come out and say what he said about like we spoke with him, he understands it was a mistake and stuff like that. Then whatever. Like I'm in all agreements with you. I'll side with you because at the end of the day, you're the one that got offended, right? So. Like, who am I to say to him? Like, no, you still need to defend.
This was about French people. This was about French people, not about people like us. It wasn't about us.
Exactly. But, I mean, we'll see what happens against West Ham. So tomorrow I'll be back here to do the Casually Chelsea show. We're talking about some news and stuff. So tune in tomorrow, ladies and gents, for that show. We'll be catching up with a bunch of stuff. I think we're going to talk about the Osimhen thing, too, with the whole Mikel thing. We'll see what I think about that. Did he? I don't know.
He scored a goal, I heard.
I hope he did, because he's in fucking Galatasaray in Turkey. Yeah, he's in Turkey. Turkey league, bro. He should be scoring every game. To be honest, if he doesn't score every game in Turkey, then
it is good he's
symbolic.
Playing, in case we do get him in January or something.
Yeah, and I think, based on what we heard from Mikel, I think it's very possible now. We'll discuss that tomorrow. But yeah, ladies and gents, that's the show today. We're going to raid out to Sarcasm City. Big up to every single one of you guys that came in today. Big up to the panel as always. If you weren't here in last stream, thank you for 3K. We now have the show. I'm doing the... I mean, we finally did it, Kai. It took forever, but we did it. So now we're doing the Chelsea Hour show. So that's going to be a little bit more shorter version. Yes, I went over an hour, Chris, before you even mentioned it. Yes, I'm not going to go over an hour every time.
I didn't know you
streamed
I'm going to try to keep it short. I saw like the next day or two or whatever. So
well, everyone was talking about the Civil War, and I didn't want to make a whole news show about that pretty much. So I said, fuck, what the fuck am I going to talk about the Civil War for 3 hours or kill myself? So in a video game. So it's just like, whatever, man. Let's screw this shit. I don't want to, I'll just do an hour about this and talk to chat. But yeah, we have that show now. Tomorrow will be another Casually Chelsea show. We'll talk about all that fun stuff, the news that's happened lately and all that. And yeah, big up to everyone in the panel. Big up to you guys in chat. Copy and paste the raid message to Flawless. We're going to raid Sarcasm City. And as always, guys, you guys have a wonderful night. Good win for Chelsea. We got to win at least. Thank God. And hey, stay casual. Have a good night. Peace.